All right. I think we're live.
Yeah.
We're live,
You know,
pal.
you ever do the the last couple weeks, right? I bet my internet's been like choppy and shit, and not like the fucking hack that does the turnbuckle throwbacks choppy.
No.
So you go on your computer box and you just type in what is my speed, and then you just click the thing and it'll tell you what your internet speed is. And my shit is like off the fucking charts. It's like 170.
Wait, 170 is off the charts?
I don't know. It's off the charts on the thing they gave me. Look, what is my speed?
I don't. Oh, so you do speedtest.net, the Ookla speed test, right?
Yeah, and my shit is like
Oculus.
through the roof, and then I don't understand why like I fucking drop out of here sometimes.
You know what? My signal does the same shit, and I'm not hardwired. I would imagine if I threw a wire on the thing, it'd probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit's like over 100 because the thing only goes to 100 here.
All right, Kev.
121,
Hello.
123.
You want to play guess what my speed is?
Your speed is it the same thing that we're talking about, or is this like a joke?
No, it's speed. I have Xfinity, just like you
It's
do.
going to be 10. I've never heard of this thing before, so I'm just totally guessing. I'm gonna go ahead and say 10909.
10909.
Yeah, 109.09 is your speed.
Okay,
That's
Matt.
fine.
Any guesses?
Can it be
130.
over 100?
What did Matt say? I don't know.
I said 130.
Go. Here we go. Dun, 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 ping 14 milliseconds. I'm letting it run. I'm gonna let it
All right,
run.
let
It's
it
going.
run.
It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. I think it's topping out right now. It's about the same thing. It's about the same thing. It's about the same thing. And we are at 636.
What?
Boom.
What does that even mean?
636 megabits per second.
But if it only goes
Megabytes
to
per
up to
second?
100, how are you at 636?
Oh no, mine goes to 1,000. I got a gig, son. I don't fuck around.
So my 130 is garbage.
Is also above 100, actually.
Not garbage. Not garbage at all. Mine's better though.
I understand. Do I need to upgrade my shit?
No. I mean,
Hardwire,
You know-
baby.
do you have a lot running in the house? Well, that's the other thing too. Like if you hardwire, you wouldn't
Get that 100-foot cable.
I
Try that.
Might have to.
Yeah, you know what? You've become the Kevin of technology.
No, I wouldn't go that far. He's become the Kevin of internet connection.
Well, that's kind of what I meant. But you
Right.
had a nicer way to put it, so I'll go with that.
Yeah, Matt knows more about technology in his little pinky than I do with my entire body. So
When he's not throwing it out in the middle of the street.
Doesn't help that my wife is home on Mondays now. Maybe she's affecting my internet connection.
the
your mother-
bandwidth.
Yeah, your mother-in-law, she likes to stream too. Yeah, like doesn't she watch stuff on her
Dick
pad?
shark.
I don't know what she does.
She don't watch things on her iPad.
No, I don't think she has an iPad. I think she uses her smart TV.
Ooh, fancy.
Does
So we
that
got
also take up the bandwidth.
I don't fucking know.
Hmm.
Tony just smushed my face in the rug after I pooped in it. He just smushed my face in it. I thought I had good internet speed. And he
Oh, speaking of poop, I thought I was gonna miss the beginning of the show. I had fucking Domino's shits again. I had to run to the bathroom.
You're here early.
To steal a question from Kevin. When do you not have the shits, dude?
No, it was bad because I got the I've talked about before the jalapeno pineapple chicken with the with the mango habanero sauce. Yo, my shit was on fire.
All right.
Mm.
Nice.
And dropping.
I had some Kung Pao chicken tonight. It was spicy.
Oh
Kung
man, your
Pao.
asshole's gonna be on fire later too.
It's one of the greatest lines in Seinfeld history. Where Kramer eats the Kung Pao chicken and just goes Kung Pao.
Well, we got a huge show lined up for you tonight. We have Clark Connors.
Oh yeah.
One of the big four from the LA Dojo joining us at 8:00. Roman Reigns, Logan Paul is going to
be joining us at 9:00.
Yo, the way you teed that up, I really thought Roman Reigns was joining us in the 9:00 hour. Holy shit, dude.
I would have
Huge
told
show.
I would have told you if Roman Reigns was going to join the show. Roman Reigns, Logan Paul is going to main event the Crown Jewel.
Awesome.
War Games is back for Survivor.
Yeah.
War Games.
I got AEW Grand Slam this week. We're going out to Arthur Ashe.
Who's
So
going?
we got that.
What does that mean? Does that mean picks?
No,
No.
Oh, good. It's not a pay-per-view.
It's a
Good.
Dynamite.
no, it's a
Dynamite.
huge Dynamite and Rampage.
Rampage, baby. All
We
right.
got the PWI top 10. I watched the NWA this week.
So did
Oh
I.
boy, I apologize to both of you in advance. Yeesh.
The MLW is back to doing live shows, and they're already changing titles, even though they haven't aired title changes from June. So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that.
Do you have
I'm
an
all
MLW top
ears.
10, Matt?
You know what, Kevin? Still not a new season yet.
That's a shame.
They're still not on the YouTubes. Plus, Kevin has a top 5 for us.
Oh, this is gonna be a great one.
Yes.
All that and more. Episode 603, right? That's where
Ooh,
we're at. 603 of the
that's
Shining
where
Wizard
we're at.
Wrestling Podcast. And it's all coming at your face.
In your face.
Next here. Go do things.
Yeah. Hi. Bye.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
I'm Rob Killjoy, representing the Ugly Ducklings, and you're listening to the Shining Wizards Podcast. Quack, quack, quack.
What's up, fuckers?
Where did cheese go?
It's a stupid fucking question, Kevin.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and
Whoa!
Hey, this is Moose.
God, that was disgusting. Shining Wizards rule the world.
You are listening to episode 603 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, coming to you live on the rant, rantiumradio.com, coming to you live on the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Twitches, and the YouTubes, and going with you wherever you go because we are on each and every streaming and podcast platform. Let's get right into it, boys. It's time for some wrestling talk.
talk about wrestling.
Tony,
Matt.
KJG.
fellas, an interesting week in the world of wrestling. What's going on in the lives of my boys?
I will say, as a callback to last week, and I think Kevin will agree, much better when you're here for the intro, Tony.
You think so?
Yeah.
We were fucking like two lost children at the mall last Monday night.
Oh yeah.
We're like, it's wrestling talk and talk about wrestling, and there was like crickets. Oh fuck, that's me.
It was like Matt. Then it just doesn't work. The KJG doesn't work without like a second person there. It's just so weird.
Yeah, the cadence is off. It just doesn't work without you to throw it to the KJG, Kevin, Tony.
Yeah. Very, very uncomfortable.
Well, thank you. I feel appreciated and maybe loved a little bit. I don't want to push it, but thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that you're loved.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's nice to hear it once in a while.
You are loved.
We love you.
We love you, Tony.
I love you guys too.
Like Brother Love says, I love you.
Aw.
You know what I mean?
Apologies to the Patreon supporters. We did not read your Patreon shit last week. There was just so much going on, man.
Big day.
Landon Hale was here. I keep calling him Landon Hall. Tony was late. Tony may or may not have attacked Kate and caused her to miss. Can you beat that?
Ooh,
There was a
forgot
lot.
about that.
There was a lot last week.
That was a big controversy. Do we have any updates on anything with that?
First of all, I think I played that as well as I could. I knew, and I didn't want to be in that position. I knew that I would really need some luck to go my way. And my strategy, as much as you guys thought I rogued it, look, it is what it is. I wasn't going to get the first question.
That's the thing. Roguing it is a thing now.
I'm in.
All right.
Wow. You know what? Out of all three wizards, I really thought Tony and Kevin Rogue had a connection, and that may just be a crack in the foundation. Tony just goes right after him there for no apparent reason.
I think despite what we say to each other, I feel like the two Kevins have the connect.
Oh no, that's 100% false. It's clearly me and handsome Kevin.
Sorry
But listen, I did the rogue strategy and I played it out the way that I should have played it out. I mean, I wasn't going to get the first one. I had as many as I said I could go on the second one, and Christian upped it, and I didn't want to take the chance of him telling me to go for it. And that was a smart move, but it is what it is. I do know I received word from the committee. We will have an update as to October's contest next week. So there's that. So listen in next week and find out what's happening for
That's going to be interesting. Tony, let me ask you this though. How did you feel about my hosting prowess?
You did a great job. I mean, I know like it's a difficult position to be in because number one, we weren't ready for it. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
And number two, like you don't typically what have you hosted it? Maybe once or twice. So for stepping in for somebody who doesn't do it every time, you did a great job, dude.
Thank you, Tony. Who are your henchmen? Kate wants to know.
Listen, I don't know what Kate's talking about. It's good to see that she's in a good mood and probably convalescing. Thank you.
Yep.
Quite well. Otherwise, she wouldn't be typing and chatting with us. But
well, maybe her jaw's wired shut. Maybe all she can do is type.
Oh, we could only be so lucky. She's gonna wish that I am on. Look, if you're gonna be at Grand Slam Wednesday night, all right, you're gonna want to find Shining Wizards Matt because I'm clearly going to point out and scream at every person in a CM bitch shirt that he is a whiny fucking bitch. How dare you wear a CM Punk shirt? He's a whiny little bitch. And now, for all those people that were looking forward to Kenny Omega versus El Hijo de Viking or Vikingo. Hold on, I have it in my notes.
Vikingo down the hole.
Viking can go fuck himself.
You remember Tiny Toons, Tony?
Yeah, water go down the hole.
Yeah,
people go down the hole.
People go down the hole. Viking go down the hole.
Who's he supposed to fucking fight? He's supposed to wrestle the main event
at Triple Mania, right?
Yeah, he against Hijo del Vikingo, which should be a fucking banger, right?
I know we were going to talk about this later. I never heard of him until the PWI 500 came out.
He is Kenny Omega?
That's right. Who is this Kenny Omega?
El Hijo del Viking? He's been around, right?
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
He's awesome. And it was supposed to be him and fucking Kenny Omega, but now, according to Conan, AEW won't let the suspended Kenny Omega wrestle at the Triple Mania show.
Well, that makes sense.
Kenny's an EVP. How is that possible?
He's been suspended, bro.
Suspended.
But it's for Triple Mania.
But he's suspended.
I guess there's a deal. I guess there's a deal between AEW and Triple Mania, right? Or
AAA, yes. Well,
Triple H.
Triple Mania.
Which is why they didn't give FTR the belts for some show that CMLL was involved in. No, wasn't that the deal? There was something that they were involved in a while ago. Anyway, yeah. So I also, since we're talking AEW right now, Kenny Omega was apparently still working on the video game. At least that's what I heard while he's suspended.
Him and Nakazawa and Christopher Daniels are in Japan.
But all three of them are suspended, aren't they?
Nakazawa and Daniels are unsuspended. The only people that are still under suspension.
Nakazawa got unsuspended. When did this happen?
We don't even know if they were ever actually suspended to begin with. They were just asked not to show. They were just asked not to show up for that one Dynamite.
Your Canada's failing behind you. That's what that was.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, boot that.
Brand new tape too.
Talking to boots.
Boo.
You gotta get some of them like 3M clips there, Kevin.
What are 3M clips?
They have like the tape on the back, and you can just stick them on there, and they're easy to take off, and they don't damage the wall.
This wall, this is a 100-year-old house, man. This wall.
All right, so then you don't have to worry about damaging it.
What 3M clips?
Yeah, you find them all. They're at the Target and the Walmart.
Do they have hooks?
You can get ones with hook or without hook.
Send Hook.
Do the ones with Hook have fuzzy tops?
Nah, fuzzy top hooks.
Yes. Oh shit, I don't want to click that one. So Kate chimes in. Glad to see you're doing better. They were suspended. They aren't because they were cleared of any wrongdoing. Did I miss something? Like, is the person that's doing the investigation to this? Did this come out? Am I behind in my
Yeah, I mean,
AEW news?
I guess if you want to use the technical word, I guess they were suspended, but like it wasn't really a suspension. Like they were just like, hey, sit this out. We're doing an investigation. Like we don't want you talking to each other. I mean, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I'm like. We just want to make sure we talk to you each individually without you guys being in the same place or something like that.
It's strange though, because Christopher Daniels was suspended allegedly. Pat Buck was suspended. There was like a lot of other people.
They broke up the fight.
So do we know who else was cleared? Like Brandon Cutler was suspended too. Is he cleared now?
I didn't see his name.
Everyone's good except for the Bucks, Omega, Punk, and Steel.
So here's a question, right?
Okay.
Do you think Adam Page should not have been in this world title tournament because he was the first guy that went into business that sort of started the whole ball rolling on this thing?
Did he really go into business for himself?
Did he not?
I don't think he did.
At the time, I didn't even notice it when it happened.
Well, because the promo itself was so fucking terrible. I mean, or was this Punk just like taking things too far? Like, was it meant to be an attack on Punk?
Well, yes, they were in a feud for the fucking title.
I understand, but Punk came out and said he went into business for himself. Was it something that maybe we didn't catch the first time? Look, he's all up in them guts. Like he knows about this shit. Like he's in the fucking thick of it. We're not. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Jerry Lawler told Paul Heyman nobody wants to go to Philadelphia to watch paint dry. It was an inside shot about all the blading that they were doing. So Paulie fucking lost his shit. Was it one of those situations?
Don't know.
I will be the first to tell you I was excited for CM Punk to come back to wrestling, and I thought it was a good thing.
Yeah, I think most people did.
I think the way everything went at the scrum, like he's just sounds like a whiny bitch, and I don't think like you didn't know that Adam Page went into business for himself until CM Punk said something.
When he called him out
on Dynamite, and then you had to go back and watch the promo, and it was such a.
You know what that's like, Matt? Do you remember? It's when like Shawn Michaels called out the Undertaker back in the day, and it was a tape segment, so Undertaker couldn't come out. It was like a pre-tape, and he called him out, and Undertaker couldn't come out. Like, what could you do? Like that? Like you're really like cutting, for lack of a better term, you're cutting the nuts off Adam Page by doing that. So up until then, I didn't see any negative. And Matt, please go back to what you were going for. It was just like why do that? Because you know he can't do anything about it unless you call an audible and say, hey, get as many security extras as you can. I'm going out there. We're not going to fight, but I'm going to go out there because I'm not going to look like a little bitch when he calls me out and I do nothing.
It wasn't like it was when Adam Page like says the line, like you weren't at home and you didn't go gasp. Oh my God, I can't believe you said it. Was like,
yeah, but the promo itself was pretty shit. Like I remember that it was a terrible go home promo. It really was.
I'm not saying but the conversation is not was the promo good or bad. It's did he go into business for himself?
Maybe he was trying to and it just came across poorly.
I don't really think he was.
But as a fan, were there any signs before the scrum? Like even when Punk did his thing, like until the scrum happened, like you didn't know that like that was legit, like real. You may have like had like an idea, but you didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
So like,
oh sorry, Kev, to cut you off.
So like my thing is like up until the scrum, was Punk really like you were saying that you were really excited that they got him, but then I'm assuming you were gonna say after a while it kind of waned on you and you kind of lost interest in what Punk was doing. Maybe not what he was doing, but it wasn't as big as what it could have been. But like until the scrum, to me, there were no signs as a TV show watcher that this was going to happen. None.
Yeah, it was when he calls out Page and Page isn't there, and then you see the fallout. Like Punk is going after Page, and Page isn't there to defend himself, and he's going into business for him, or it's his receipt because Paige went in the. It's just all fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. And at the end of the day, it's like I don't like I don't want to see the backstage bullshit on my TV screen unless you're going to use it to turn it into a storyline, right? So that's where I think the lines get blurred, right? Because AEW pushes the envelope on the realism, right? The stuff with MJF and Tony Khan, and like Paige bringing up Cole Cabana, right? But it's not WWE, right? It's not fucking PG-13. They're pushing the envelope. So maybe that was Paige's intention. I don't know about going into business for himself, but man, the shit from the scrum with CM Punk, like, and look, the shit just keeps coming out, man, because Malachi Black put out that thing on Instagram yesterday where he's like, I had these conversations with people in privacy, and like,
was this the long?
Yes.
The long thing? Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask you real quick before you shift to Malachi. When did Adam Page do that interview where he said he doesn't listen to the veterans? Was that before or after he allegedly went into business for himself?
That's a good
first
question.
of all, who did he say he didn't listen to? Like, who was he not listening? Was he not listening to Arn Anderson? Was he not listening to like Jake the Snake? Was he not listening to Tully? Who was he not listening? Or was he just not listening to Chris Jericho? Was he not listening to Moxley? Was he not listening? I still don't. This
so he was. I found a little info here.
Alrighty.
This is from an August 17th article. Adam Page was at a panel at GalaxyCon. And he said how he doesn't listen to advice from wrestlers. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm stubborn. I don't take advice. It's a good question, and that's probably the honest answer. I listen to people say things, but very rarely do I listen hard. I was part of the movement that created the entire company, and I'm a world champion.
Yep.
It's kind of
heel mode or just a dick?
That's a dick response.
Yeah, that's pretty dicky.
That's the fact that you don't the fact that you're so arrogant that you think you know everything, where like a CM Punk can't help you, or like a Chris Jericho can't help you, or Daniel Bryan can't help you at all, is so beyond arrogant that it's almost offensive. Like,
and on top of that too, you know what? And I've said it before. Like, everybody always touts like, oh, he was in this year-long storyline, the quest for the title, and all this and that and the other thing. If he was so fucking like arrogant, like he didn't listen to anybody, why did he fucking let them talk? Why did he let them talk him into a storyline that went nowhere for like 9-10 months?
And Tony, let's not act like Adam Page's run was.
It wasn't.
It was shitty.
It was the drizzling shits.
It was bad. And I'm not saying that's all his fault. I might say, but listen, it's one thing if you disagree with the advice that you're given, but to not sit down and listen to somebody who's offering it in the first place, to automatically disregard it before they even have a chance to give it to you, or not even bring it in, contemplate it, and decide whether or not you disagree with it or not. That's just utter arrogance, utter like my shit don't stink. Like, that's unheard of. I've never heard any other wrestler in the world that has ever said, I don't listen to advice.
Yeah, that's a big old dick move right there. Hey, Braden Brungren has a question. He says, take the suspension. So I love what Punk did. Takes the suspension and gets some problems solved. It's actually not a question, but I have a question for it. He doesn't give a fuck about suspension or a title. He wants AEW to do better. Do you think he did this in the hopes of AEW getting better? Or is this Punk where like, you know what? If you don't want to fucking get better, fuck all y'all. And I'm just going to put it out there.
I think it's right. I think it's somewhere in between. I think Punk clearly does not like the way that Impact AEW is being. He hates Impact too, by the way.
Probably.
I've learned from good sources. But it's got to be a joke back there, man. If like Punk just got there, it's got to be a joke. It's got the way it's run back there has to be a complete crap show. Like, even with the promotions, we all touted the promotions. QT, Tony Schiavone, Pat. Like, we were like, oh, we're gonna get things in the right direction. But like but apparently, clearly, it hasn't necessarily worked for all intents and purposes.
Does any of this rest with Punk's I guess hatred might be a strong word, but for the Bucks and Kenny, because he seemed to make a big deal out of that stuff, going toward like the whole Colt Cabana conversation. Like these guys are just putting shit out there that I didn't want Colt to have a job here, that I don't want him to work here because I'm here now and I don't get along with him. Like there was a whole lot on CM Punk's mind going into this. And I wonder, how much of that loathing is past Adam Page and goes to the EVPs.
I mean, I feel like anything that Adam Page and CM Punk can deal with, like CM Punk has had heat with a million different people in his career, and he's somehow, other than the personal stuff with him and Colt, he's gotten past it and has been able to work with people. I think. Obviously, not going back to WWE is one thing, and I don't think that, dude, who even knows if that will ever happen now? Because I think it's easily a possibility, and it's on the table now.
All right, I'm going to go to the True Prince of Pro real quick. Matthew Birch comes in. You can't blame Hangman's title reign on him at all. They didn't let him wrestle on TV as champ for like the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Fair point, but if you're such a fucking big mouth and you don't take advice from people, why wouldn't you just go in and go, hey, what the fuck are we doing? You put the title on me, now you're icing me? What gives? Like, if you want to be a big shot, play the role of the big shot and shoot your mouth off when it's necessary. Not an interview where you're like, I don't give a fuck all about the veterans.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, the children will, make up and trading cards and bubble gum.
Oh, I don't, dude.
And everything will be good. I mean, unless I think Kenny and the Bucks will do that. Will Punk? I don't know.
Do you think this is the end of Punk and AEW?
No.
Matt? I mean, look, he starts this whole, well, maybe not starts, well, probably because of what he did at the scrum.
I think the injury is it's unfortunate that it happened, but I think
holy shit, that's right. He's going to be out for 8 months or so anyway, isn't he?
I think not having him be a part of your TV show, taking him out of the intro, and them not talking about him for the next 6 to 8 months, let things cool down. You read all the reports and stuff, and how like Moxley was supposed to take 6 weeks off, and now he's in the fucking main event Wednesday, and Jericho, kind of took control and had a meeting, and Danielson was there for it. Like, people are really stepping up, and I think him not being there will give him time to hopefully reflect on the situation. But at the same time, they should probably keep the Bucks and Kenny. I don't know how deep Kenny's involvement is, but clearly somebody is continuously running to Dave Meltzer and Sean Ross Sapp and every other dirt sheet and telling people information that these talents aren't comfortable having that information shared. And the perfect example is what Malachi Black said last night. In confidence, he told people he needed a break because of his mental health. And the next thing you know, he's got to hear that it's on the fucking dirt sheets, and then it goes onto the internet, and then all the fucking wrestling retards take it, and they come up with you can ring the bell, but they are, man, the fucking conspiracy theories. And this poor guy has to go and explain that he had a close friend kill himself. He had another one almost kill himself. Like, yeah, it's been a fucking shit year for him and his wife. They both got let go from their dream jobs. She went back. Like, it's fucking chaos. And this poor guy just wants to show up and fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
And then in confidence, he tells somebody like, hey, I need to take some time off to get my head right. Can I get released? And you think in that moment, that's like the three of us having a text message conversation saying like, hey guys, like, we need to have a serious conversation. Shit's not good at home. I need to take a break from the podcast. And then the first Monday I'm off, you guys are like, oh, fucking Matt and Rhea are going to get a divorce. They're done because the podcast. And I'm like, what the fuck, guys?
Tune in to episode 604 of the Shining Wizards.
Like, maybe podcast. I'm reaching. Maybe I'm just, it's shitty. Like, stop fucking pandering to these dirt sheet writers.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I agree with you 100%. I'm not going to put the blame on the journalists, if you will. Like, I'm not going to put the blame on.
No, not at all. But when you tell somebody something in confidence, they turn around, they run, and they fucking call somebody and like, hey, I just had a conversation with Malachi, and he wants his release because his mental health isn't isn't proper, or Cole Cabana's not getting re-signed because CM Punk doesn't like him. Like, stop. What are you guys, fucking 5 years old, bro? Go wrestle in your underwear, make a lot of money, and shut the fuck up.
Do you think, one last question and then we can move on. Do you think it was a mistake for Tony Khan not to come out on TV the Wednesday after? I know it was a recorded statement, so he could have played around with it, but not let the fans know, hey, due to some shit that happened over the weekend, like he didn't tell people anything. He's like, I made the decision to strip the elite and strip CM Punk, and we're having a tournament and we're having a match tonight. Like, no explanation.
Yeah, we talked about this last week a little bit about how just make something up. Like, just like give us something.
Or just give them the facts. Like you can give the situation without giving away the situation.
Right.
You can say there was an altercation, or based on comments made by CM Punk last week and the altercation that took place afterwards, we've made a decision to suspend so and so. But this puts us in a situation where now we have to find a new champion and do it that way.
Right.
Instead of just going, hey, guess what? I stripped everybody of their belts and we're having a tournament. We're having a title match tonight.
Yeah, and I'm more convinced week by week, and I'm going to preface this by saying that I absolutely love AEW. I literally look forward to it every single week. Every single week, I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to Grand Slam, watching it on TV, like more than like any show I've seen in a long time. The Acclaimed are going to be challenging for the tag team championships again. You're going to have a new world champion between Bryan Danielson, and Moxley. You're going to now, it looks like, I'm not sure if this is on Rampage or Dynamite, but Brody King and Darby Allin, no DQ. Going down.
It's Sting and Darby Allin against
Brody and probably Buddy Matthews. That's right.
I swear to God, if they don't put that title on Danielson and make him go full heel, they're fucking this up big time. Bryan Danielson is a heel before this whole Blackpool Combat Club started. He was on an amazing trajectory.
That's another thing. That the Blackpool Combat Club is kind of, it's like weird. It's almost like factioned in its own little faction. Like Cesaro and Wheeler are always together. Daniel Bryan's always kind of by himself. Like Mox is always kind of by himself.
I think they're trying to do like the Japan thing where like they're all in a group, but they're not always together. It's just dumb.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, that would be my guess. And it just doesn't make sense. Like if you want, put Regal with like Cesaro and Yuta, if you want to make that a thing. And Moxley doesn't need to be there. Danielson doesn't. Dude, Danielson was fucking amazing when he came in. What a dickhead heel he was.
There's a huge backstory with Regal and Danielson that I love, and I love that they keep acknowledging. And even with Claudio and Wheeler, I love that. Mox, to me, well, I get it because it's a complete contrast. The only thing that they love is like they love to beat people up and fight and just do anything. So they all make sense in their own way. But I just wanted to go back to the whole thing where I think Tony Khan is a goddamn lunatic. And I feel that like every week I feel more and more convinced to that, and he's losing control. I'm not saying anything about it being, whatever, but it's just like, it's like, get it? Like figure out how to run your business the right way. He's got the right people in place. I 100% believe that. It's just like the buck. All right, this is what everyone said with Vince McMahon. The buck stops with you. You're the head writer. You're the head booker. The buck stops with you, Tony Khan. So if you don't want to make a change in your company and how things are done, then the wheels are going to fall off faster than you can think, especially now with this whole Warner Brother Discovery stuff and the rumored article about them possibly merging with Peacock or with NBC Universal. This whole, in 4 years, this whole thing we might not even talking about AEW in 4 years. I don't think that's really going to happen, but
listen, man, you never know. WWE put ECW under the fucking bus when they
can't compare the two, dude.
I understand, but hey, if there's things going on in AEW that the networks are hearing about and they're not liking it, and they look to WWE and they go, we don't have that bullshit here. Look at how great we're doing. Roman Reigns has been champ for 3,000 years. He's awesome. People love him. Look at all the money we're making. You're going to go, yeah, you know what? You're fucking right. AEW, hit the bricks.
Yeah. And I actually watched Raw from last week, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. That's better. Neither here nor there.
We could talk more about Raw later. We kind of mentioned it, didn't we? Or we mentioned it pre-show. Survivor Series. We got news about that.
Before we jump in, one last question for AEW, and I want to run down this huge show Wednesday night. can we just do away with the fucking media scrums?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Thank you.
If there's one person on this planet that says those are a good idea, you're unless it's like a complete worked. You're not a football team. You're not a baseball team. You're a scripted wrestling company. Why do you need to cater to you're gonna talk to Meltzer anyway. You're gonna talk to Keller anyway.
Listen,
why do you need to make it look like an official thing?
As an idea, if you want to play it kayfabe, I think it may work, but you also got to remember, ECW, Jesus,
it's basically kayfabe anyway. They're softballs for the most part.
AEW, but they're doing these after like 6 or 7 hours of a pay-per-view. These fucking guys don't want to sit around and listen to fucking snot-nosed fucking Tony Khan talk to the press. Tony Khan wants to talk to the press. Let him talk to the press. I want to go home and get a fucking shower, dude.
Yeah, I don't care about that. They signed up for the job. That's their job.
No, come on, dude. That's bullshit. You make these guys hang around. They're probably there from fucking like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, going over shit, making sure everything's squared away, then sticking around till like midnight, and then you got to fucking talk to people for 2 hours.
I mean, I'm empathetic, nonsense. But I don't really. That's not on my list of concerns.
You gotta do it like the New Japan does, man.
Yeah, that's just what Justin Anderson just came in and said. They're trying to act like New Japan. You know what? Doesn't New Japan do them after each and every match though? Like
yes, and they're all kayfabe.
Keep moving. Yeah, keep it moving. Keep it kayfabe,
and you get fucking Zack Sabre clips are hysterical because he's an ornery gaijin who probably either just lost or made somebody look ridiculous, and he's fucking hysterical. The Jay White ones are fucking gold. And they're all
Jay White,
kayfabe.
But they all don't have to.
Don't you do it?
What?
Did you say anything bad about Jay White?
I wasn't going to, but now that you said it, fuck Jay White. Thanks for setting that one up for me, buddy. But yeah, but they're not fucking making guys sit around for like fucking hours at a time. You know, it's ridiculous, dude.
They didn't do it when New Japan ran shows in the States when they did the G1 in Texas, because I think Lisa, friend of the show, Lisa, had a media pass to that, and it's on you, bro. You want to go back there and ask a question after a match? You got to go back there.
And and in terms of media, you should always, if that opportunity is afforded to you, you go.
But watch the fucking show later.
But New Japan also throws a question or two to a wrestler, and then it's done. Like Tony Khan is sitting there, and he don't shut the fuck up, dude. It's more about him and his buddy sitting next to him, and they just rotate a new buddy in every 20 minutes.
And
it's
then
literally. Go ahead.
Someone should really make a meme of Tony Khan in the My Buddy doll, and he's like everyone's buddy, and there's Tony Khan's face in those red overalls and the rainbow shirt, and it's just My Buddy with Tony Khan in it. A lot of people have said this in the past about how like the term money mark. It's been thrown around. I've never really liked it, but it's never been more apparent.
It's a shame though, because from all accounts, Tony Khan is genuinely a nice guy. He's just booking shows in his head, and he doesn't want to have like 1 or 2 people that he can trust to go over things with him and to set things up.
Which he has every right to. He has every right to do that. I'm not shitting on Tony Khan.
No, and he should. Like, he's letting the inmates run the asylum, which is why Chris Jericho has a new band of misfits every other fucking month.
Well, here's the thing. They're not necessarily inmates. He's letting his executive vice presidents and his top guys run. Like, I'm sure Daniel Garcia can't go up to, and Daniel Garcia is the pure champion. So I'm sure like Daniel Garcia or like Daddy Magic or like, Lee Moriarty can't go up to Tony Khan. He could probably listen to them, but they're not calling their own stories.
No, but if they had a point man, somebody in between, like a Jim Ross, somebody who they should take off.
I think it's Pat.
Well, what's Pat doing? Get on your shit, Pat.
We're 3 weeks in. I think Pat is the talent relations VP. I think.
Yeah,
or Sanjay.
But get somebody in there who's going to be like, who can get them to Tony Khan, or somebody who could just like work with Tony Khan on ideas, like I'm not saying somebody needs to be a Bruce Pritchard to Tony Khan, but shit, somebody that could play like that Pat Patterson role or that Gorilla Monsoon role, or or Jim Ross, or somebody that's like the guy that can explain to him, this is why we need to do stuff like this. This is why you should like shy away from shit like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Tighten that shit down.
I'm pretty sure like that falls on either Pat or Sonjay. I forget which one got the talent relations. VP.
And tell people fuck off if they have a dumb idea. You know, help them work it into something that works, but tell them no, we're not going to do that. How about we try this?
But here's the difference: we tried that in WWE, and WWE's been unwatchable for the last,
couple of
God
years.
knows how long.
Well, I mean, now that Vince is out, now that Triple H is moving with his vision, it's fresh, it's new, and it makes sense.
But you want to inspire creativity amongst the talent, so I understand that aspect of it. So like, you want them to come to you with ideas. You want them, and you want to make stuff work for them.
100% fair. But the key point is you want to make it work. You don't want to just fucking give them a rubber stamp and say, you know what, great idea, go out and do it. Go out and do it. Go out and do it.
But how much of Jericho's stuff has honestly been bad? How much of Omega's, despite the fact that a lot of people turn the TV off when Omega and the Bucks are on?
This is true. Kevin brings up a good point. CM Punk has been ratings.
Before the trios thing, how much of what they've been doing has been bad? How many of their ideas have been bad? I can't say many.
69 me, Don.
Scissor me, Daddy?
No.
Scissor me, Daddy. Comment section's blowing up. Thank you.
I know you guys are fucking awesome tonight.
Matthew Birch, going back to the media scrum. If you do a media scrum like how Triple H did after Clash at the Castle, then it's okay. But Triple H knows how to handle the situation, make it good. Unlike Tony Khan. Yes, I agree. You watch that media scrum.
Triple H is also 250, 300 pounds. And if someone tried to do something like that while he was sitting next to him, he'd yoke him up.
Yeah, but not only that, this is also like their appearance in the United Kingdom on pay-per-view for the first time in 30 years. So it's got a little bit of a more of a media attachment to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like a Lawrence Taylor coming in sort of deal.
Eric Freed wants to know how come the Wizards aren't at these media scrums.
Eric's a wise ass in the chat, by the way. I see everything you're posting, buddy. Don't think I'm missing it. And by the way, I need to go to bed early, so fuck the media scrums.
We'll be lucky if we can get Tony to fucking Full Gear. You want us to stay and do a media scrum?
Oh boy, listen, I don't know where we're sitting when we go to Full Gear, but if you guys are in our section, make sure you fucking turn your ears up. It's going to be interesting.
Asian Joe, would Matt pump fake with Jay White if he was in a media scrum with him? What does that mean? I don't know. I would do it though.
Pump fake, like pump him, like
pump fake's a football term or a basketball term.
Like what? Like fucking like giving him one of these, or like I don't understand.
I would jerk him off. I don't care. Whatever you want.
Well, I mean that's the answer I was looking for. Thank you for
that. Eric Freeds, Christopher Daniels is the talents guy. Kate Hensler, Kate the Great says 6 to 9 me Don rules.
No, it doesn't. Stop.
Might be a personal thing for Kate.
What is that? What is that a reference to? 69 me Don.
They did a 69 in the middle of the ring. Don Callis and Kenny Omega when Kenny.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, God.
Yeah, 69 me, Don. 69 me. Oh, fuck off.
That's something I'd like to forget.
Well, you did until Kate and Tony brought it back up to you. Grand Slam's going to be a fucking banger this week. Wednesday night, we'll see our new champion crowned between Moxley and Danielson.
For the seventh time in a month.
Better be Danielson.
I think it'll be Danielson just to give Moxley the time off that he was supposed to have.
So who then comes in as the challenger for BD? Who do you got? Who you got on your short list? Is Eddie Kingston still around?
Kingston still. Him and Sammy Guevara are wrestling Friday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
On Rampage. Well, obviously MJF is waiting in the wings, right? He's the number one contender.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna feed him.
Can't do that right away.
Yeah, you can't. That's got to simmer for a bit.
I mean, Brody King won't have anything to do, right? After he finishes his feud. That's a good monster to slay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're going, well, is the House of Black heel face? Like what's their thing?
They are children lost in the mall, wandering aimlessly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I like this point from Justin. Danielson wins, so MJF cashes in on him leaving as champ. In New York, I don't see that as an impossibility.
Oh, you think they're gonna make him cash in Wednesday?
I wouldn't.
Is a chip?
Oh no, it's a match. It's not like a cash in. You're right.
I mean, could they use the chip as a cash in? Yes, I was gonna say. I don't think there's been like nobody runs down and tries to cash the chip in.
Yeah, but it's wrestling. You could work around that.
They're also doing the golden ticket battle royal for the shot at the AEW championship. Hangman Page, Penta, Lethal, Lance Archer all announced.
Winner gets a complete tour of the chocolate factory.
Where's Lance Archer been?
He's been in Japan.
So he's been healthy and fine. He just hasn't been.
They fucked.
What about Brian Cage?
ROH.
Yeah, but
how's that go?
yeah,
He's exclusive to Ring of Honor, guys.
great, wonderful. Him and Cole Cabana. I haven't seen them fucking wrestle in over a year. What the fuck are they doing, dude?
We got the 4-way for the interim AEW Women's Champion: Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Serena Deeb, Athena.
Another 4-way?
That's right.
What the fuck are we doing?
I cannot wait.
4 ways.
Dude, what are we doing? Oh, is that like Tony Khan's fantasy? All these women in 4-ways? Ooh, fucking ghoul.
69 me, dog.
Fucking yeah.
Well,
69 me, Serena.
The tables are,
Turned.
Britt doesn't have Jamie in her corner anymore. There's some hostility there.
What happened to Reba?
Reba's still there, but she's not as dangerous as Jamie Hayter.
Tony, they have 8,000 people on the roster.
How many? Right. Let's play a mini. Can you beat that? How many baddies are in the baddie club?
Kiera Hogan. The other one.
Because I heard a rumor that Stokely's not with them anymore.
Oh, he's got his crew.
The
Oh,
first.
that's right. MJF is with that shit now.
No,
too.
MJF is not.
No. Bite your
Then why
tongue.
did he announce them? Didn't he announce them?
There was a whole promo Wednesday night.
Yeah. They were guns for hire. They might work together in the future. They might not.
Oh my god!
He just hired them for this.
What are we doing?
It was a simple task, Tony.
And you're fucking taking me to this fucking show?
Oh, I can't
God.
wait.
Oh my lord!
Pay-per-view.
Can't wait. Pay-per-view in Newark.
I'm
Delaware.
buying the shittiest AEW shirt I can from whatever bootleg asshole's selling them outside. Oh my god, I can't wait.
I got a ton. We can put you in. I got a ton of AEW shirts. I'll put you in whatever you want.
Yeah.
I
you
might
in the
have to
corner.
ask you what your collection is. I like this.
Kate said Red Velvet is injured and Layla Gray is
Yeah, Layla Gray is the one that I was
Interim.
thinking of. Yeah.
Interim what? Red Velvet?
She's just interim.
Does Red Velvet still do the fucking mix them up shit?
Interim baddie.
When is Shaq coming back? I
Shaquille
forgot
O'Neal?
how good that fucking tag match was, dude. I love that shit. Why don't they do that shit more?
Because he's gonna follow Cody to the WWE.
Oh, I hope so. Oh my
Adrenaline.
god, that'd be amazing.
Can I finish running down this?
Yeah, I
this
guess.
Grand Slam for you, Tony?
How many more fucking 4-ways do we have?
6.
64, 46?
None, but there's a bunch of tag matches for the Friday night taping.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Are the Ring of Honor tag belts up for grabs too?
No, they're not. Swerve in Our Glory wrestles the Acclaim for the tag titles. The AEW All Atlantic Championship is on the line as Pac defends against Orange Cassidy.
Oh, fuck me.
And
Wait. No, time out. We're rewinding this shit. So Wardlow comes out and he kicks the ever-loving shit out of fucking MJF and beats him in like 30 seconds. And then he gets a competitive match out of Orange Cassidy. Fuck off.
Wait.
Fuck
What do you-
off.
What are you talking about?
yeah, what are you talking?
Wardlow defended the fucking TNT title against Orange Cassidy a while back, didn't
Oh,
he?
so
And
you're upset that Orange Cassidy is now getting another title shot at a different title.
what? Dude, fuck this fucking guy. Seriously.
Well, Tony, when you got 19 championships, it's easy to bounce
Oh my
around from one to the
God,
other.
dude. Am I going to get a title match?
Maybe. Did you see how he decided he was going to challenge? He orange punched Pac in the middle of a promo backstage.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he hit Kate over the head with a fucking chair.
That's what you did allegedly.
No, we
Fuck
can't
off.
rule Orange Cassidy out of that, by the way.
And your Ring of Honor World Championship is on the line as Claudio defends it against Chris Jericho.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
That's
We're gonna get a
the
fucking
Wednesday
dance
night, Tony.
routine from these fucking jackaloons.
Friday night, Tony, the Golden Ticket Battle Royal. This is going to be a 2-hour Rampage too. Jade Cargill defends the TBS Championship against Diamante.
Wow.
She's still around?
Eddie King,
Diamante's still around.
apparently, she's been on a bunch of the Darks and Dark Elevation.
Wonderful. So she's
I
been
like
dead for a
Diamante.
year
I'm okay.
too.
I'm okay with this.
Eddie Kingston, Sammy Guevara, Ricky
Wonderful.
Starks, Powerhouse Stobbs,
Stobbs.
Jungle Boy, Ray Phoenix.
Wait a minute. Another thing I want to ask you about.
Oh boy.
Why is fucking Luchasaurus fucking becoming the new big show of AEW? He fucking turns on the Jungle Boy, and then he turns back, and then he turns on him. Fuck this fucking shit, dude. What are we doing?
Give you a false sense of security. You think Luchasaurus would never turn his back on Jungle Boy. He would,
And he did
fool
it twice.
Christian Cage. Yes, he's
So who's Jungle Boy catching fucking friendship advice from? Sting? Is he listening to a veteran? The fuck are we doing?
maybe. Don't trust who. Look, anyone in the right mind should know. Don't trust the fucking dinosaur.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, aka, laka, laka, boom.
Should that be Tony? Since you hate entrance music, should Walk the Dinosaur be Luchasaurus'
Yes,
entrance?
yes, I'd be down for that shit. Yes.
All right, someone fill me in on what Walk the Dinosaur is.
Without looking it up, I'm gonna say was not was the band.
Close. Was not was.
Was not.
How does it? What is this song like? What is it?
Open the door.
I walk
get
the
on floor.
dinosaur. Boom, boom, aka, laka, laka, boom. I still remember the video, dude.
I have to look this up.
Open the door. Get on the
On
floor.
the floor, everybody walk the
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Wait. Was this kind of like a wedding? Is this a wedding song?
No.
No, this was an
Yes, a
80s
wedding song. Now the bride and groom are gonna dance. Boom, boom.
I keep thinking you're gonna go Coke Cabana.
Boom. Come on, dude. It was a night like this 40 million years ago.
But so it was like there was a dance to it. Was it like a Walk the Egyptian type thing? You're just walking the dinosaur.
I mean, to a much lesser extent.
yes,
Much
it was
lesser
never
extent.
reached the popularity of Walk Like an Egyptian.
So, but it was never like a wedding thing, like the Macarena. Or the
No,
chicken
no,
dance
no,
or
no,
the-
Kevin. No one's
This is
ever,
like, yeah, this is below entry level, like group dancing at a wedding.
this
This
is
is
like,
like the Griff Garrison of songs.
this is like the 80s if you know Walk the Dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't know the Walk the Dinosaur.
Kate, you're the best. Tony's mad about the dinosaur since he had a pet one growing up. Wonderful. More
That's
old
a great
jokes.
joke. That's a great joke.
So glad to see you're fucking mending well.
So yeah, Walk the
Oof.
Dinosaur. Friday night we got the Battle Royal, Golden Ticket Battle Royal. More
Wonderful.
names to be announced. Stay
Oh,
tuned for that.
great. Is there a Joker for this? Or
no.
is it like the warheads of candy where like there's one the airheads where there's one rapper, you don't know who it is.
I already went through most of this. Jungle Boy, Ray Phoenix. You were all upset about that. Jungle
Jungle
Boy has an open contract, so Ray Phoenix signed it, and then to play back to January when Jungle Boy beat Ray, the Lucha Brothers, him and the Dinosaur beat the Lucha Brothers for the tag title. So there's a story there. Ray Phoenix's arm went like this. No DQ match, a lot of tag matches. No DQ match. Sting and Dobby against Buddy Matthews and Brody King. Matt Menard and Angelo Parker against Hook and Action Bronson.
Wait. Who's Menard and why is Action Bronson wrestling in a match now?
2.0.
It's 2.0, man.
Is it no? You're not giving me more information. Who are these jackaloons with?
Who?
Who?
Aren't they with Jericho?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
You love Angelo Parker. You and him are tight, from what I understand.
yes, I understand that, but now they're sucked into the fucking Jericho vacuum of awful fucking groups. Look what happened to fucking Santana and Ortiz 2.0. Don't fall victim.
Oh no, Santana got hurt.
No, it was all Jericho's fault. That's why.
And Samoa Joe and Wardlow take on Tony Nese and Josh Woods.
Why?
Well, Josh Woods challenged Samoa Joe
Oh, did he
at
punch
the
him? Did
TV
he
title on Rampage, and Tony Nese, Josh Woods, and Smart Mark Sterling are a little stable. So they had attacked Joe post-match, and Wardlow made the save.
So not so smart Sterling gave these guys awful advice to pick a fight with Samoa Joe and Wardlow.
Dude, Josh Woods is a badass, man. Come on,
It's
you
a
know that.
beast.
Former guest of the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast.
Do they have a creative name like Jolo or something like that?
No, they're just Tony Nese and Josh Woods.
Into the Woods.
And then they are reporting that Revolution is set to take place at the Cow Palace in San Francisco in February.
Nice. The Revolution is a mystery.
Well, you guys don't need to tune into the Mark Order podcast on Wednesday because you just got all your AEW news in the past hour. You're welcome.
There won't be a show Wednesday night because we will all be at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam.
Yeah, there wasn't a show last Wednesday night either.
No, that's because I was working. Aunt Money and Mrs. Money drove out to Chicago for Riot Fest.
That's right.
Oh,
So they left Wednesday night I don't know if Kate was available. Schlong had a work thing.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll do it. I'll put together a
That's right.
crew. I was going to get Sleepy Ryan Arthur and the doctor. Dr.
Oh
Dan-
my God! Why did you guys not do this?
I got shot down.
That's
By
right.
who?
By the I got outvoted by the other Mark Order members, and it was because I didn't watch the show, but I could have quarterbacked those two guys through an episode.
That would have been amazing.
I watch every Dynamite, so I would have been boom.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been amazing. Fucking
Could've put a
Sleepy
whole-
Time Arthur and fucking Quitter Doctor.
Yeah, me, Doctor, and Ryan Arthur have a very good, synergy. I love them both. Dearly.
Yeah, I could have fucking direct, but I got vetoed. So the
Yeah,
show was Thursday. It was
that's
Thursday. It was
important.
Kate and Ryan.
Unfortunate.
Oh, I know. I listened.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Unfortunate.
dude, I guess yeah, because Matt said I can't watch it. Oh, let me show this here. Because Matt said I can't watch, but I'll do it. Yeah.
Now, see,
I didn't watch years of the first 5 years of this podcast. I watched no WWE, and I navigated us through that bullshit, and you never knew it until right now.
Sure did.
see, but that's the other thing too. Like, you would think that your cohorts on the Wednesday night show
would trust you.
Yeah, you would think that you would know how to put together a great show. But
to be fair, I never show up on Wednesday nights, so I don't see why they would trust
but
me.
still, you're a fucking legend.
Yeah,
dude.
but it's not like a surprise that you're not showing up.
It's not done
Yeah.
out of choice either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, that's what you get when you involve yourself with the B show. So,
I'd much rather be podcasting than working on a pizza truck.
Yeah,
There you go.
Perfectly honest with you.
There you go.
We got about 15 minutes before Clark Connors joins us. So, huge news today. WWE bringing back War Games at Survivor Series. And I know the question that is on everybody's mind. Tony, will it be for brand supremacy?
If it is, I might have to travel to Stanford and kick somebody in the dick.
Well,
It better not fucking be for brand supremacy. We better have the bloodline against a fucking whole group of people that can't stand the bloodline.
that's actually I didn't even think about that.
a great
That's what it's got to be. That's what's got to be. And the bloodline has to fucking lose. That would be money.
Have Sammy turn on them and help Kevin Owens get a big W.
No, just have Sammy quit. Fucking make him lose the match, and then they throw Sammy out, and then they move on from there.
So it's going to be a 4-on-4? I'm assuming because that's what War Games usually
Ooh,
is.
here's how you book it.
Oh, go ahead.
Wrestler A puts Roman Reigns in some sort of submission, and nobody can save him. And Sami Zayn thinks he's doing the right thing, and he quits for his team to protect Roman Reigns, and then they fucking throw him out for
Yeah, but
showing weakness.
Would Sami Zayn even be in the match? Would it not be just Roman, the Usos, and Sikoa?
Unless you're doing a traditional 5-on-5.
I thought
They could do whatever they want.
with
I
the
mean,
originals 5-on-5.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like the Dusty.
Yeah, because it was
Right?
it was the Four Horsemen and JJ Dillon.
Yep.
Was that the only? I gotta look this up. Was that the only 5? Because
They've done 4-on-4, but they've definitely done 5-on-5, and I think Matt's right. I think that's how they started.
well,
it.
no, that's 100% how they started.
Your first War Games was the Road Warriors, Nikita,
Dusty.
and Paul Ellering against the Horsemen and Dillon.
Yep.
All right, so those are manager gimmicks. So I would like to
they
see
did
how
that.
many more.
That was like the they did the tour for that too. Let's get into Wrestle War was 91. It looked like because remember they did WCW it wasn't just one pay-per-view.
right.
So that first one was in 87, July 4th, and then the next like 4 weeks later it was the Road Warriors, Nikita, Dusty, and Ellering against the Horsemen. And
Yeah,
the
they did entire tours based on these
Yeah.
matches. It was
right.
the same
But
shit. Like,
in terms of the pay-per-view, I want to know how many other than that group.
Okay, so it looks like Great American Bash 89 was the Road Warriors, the Midnight Express, and Steve Williams against the Fabulous Freebirds and the Samoan SWAT team. So that's 5-on-5.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Wrestle War 91, though, was the Four Horsemen, Rick, Barry Windham, Sid Vicious, Larry Zbyszko, against Sting, Brian Pillman, and the Steiner brothers.
Zbyszko.
92 was Sting's Squadron, and that was 5-on-5 against the Dangerous Alliance. Fall Brawl 93 was 4-on-4. Fall Brawl 94 was 4-on-4. 95 was 4-on-4. 96 was 4-on-4.
But in terms of Survivor Series, we've seen them go back and forth with 5 and 4 all the time. And recently with the brand supremacy stuff, it has been 5-on-5. So I could totally see the War Games being 5-on-5 if they really wanted it to be. But now, how many people actually have, between the brands though, have beef with the Bloodline?
Well, here's the good thing. Triple H said today it will not be
brand versus brand.
This will not be Raw versus SmackDown. It will be much more storyline driven. I still look at it as a traditional component to Survivor Series in there because it's large teams of people competing. We just upped the ante a little bit with War Games and made it evolve.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I love that. So you're probably looking at, if we're going on the assumption that it is the Bloodline, like all together, you're probably looking at, and we still have a ways to go. We're in September, it's November. So you could probably work the Kevin Owens angle. You could probably put maybe the Street Profits in there. You could probably put who would be the Roman counter? Drew, I guess, maybe. So if you do the Bloodline, you would do Drew, maybe Street Profits. Maybe bring up who because Sikoa is still the NXT North American champion. So maybe you bring up the top challenger there. And so that's 4. And then so Kevin, Drew. Oh no, that's it. That's 5.
Kevin, Drew, Profits, and like Kenny Broadway, right? Is that who it is?
Yeah, or no, Carmelo Hayes, maybe.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But I mean, you insert different tag team here, insert different NXT guy there, or who knows? Again, we have 2 months till the show, so if
and we still have, you're gonna see, it'll be on the heels of the Crown Jewel.
We might not even be talking about Roman Reigns as your Universal WWE champion.
That's right. It's a very good point, Tony.
You're
fucking dude.
You're out of your mind,
dude. Logan Paul wins 2 matches, and he's got a shot at the champ,
undefeated.
That's some fucking can you beat that committee shit right there. That's some solid shit.
Maybe
doing what's best for business.
No, look, I love it. I don't hate this at all.
I don't hate it either. I think from a marketing standpoint, and what Logan Paul, like his followers, and I thought, like, I didn't know who the fuck Bad Bunny was a year and a half ago. But I'll tell you what, the 24-year-old girl that works at the restaurant knows everything about Bad Bunny and knows that he was in WrestleMania and he had a wrestling match at the Royal Rumble and all this other goofy shit that she wouldn't know fucking wrestling if she stepped in it, but fucking Bad Bunny she knows all about. So there's no harm, no foul. And look, to be honest, the fucking Crown Jewel is a fucking throwaway pay-per-view, right?
And it's how many people are so anti this show anyway that, like, the whole, if you want to go deep into it, how many people are so anti WWE even working with the government of Saudi Arabia? That's one layer. The second layer is, would you rather have Goldberg come back? Would you rather have like Kane come back? Would you rather have, because that's where the history has been with these shows. Logan Paul with his last 2 outings have been nothing short of like spectacular.
Yep.
So like, to me, like, this is the worst of the evils that you could have in this main event, because people don't necessarily care about this show anyway. In here on this side, over there, they're going to love it. And I don't know how many followers he has in that part of the world. No clue.
Doesn't
matter. I'm assuming it's a lot.
Justin says it right here. The Saudi prince loves Logan Paul. So that's why
they're
doing this.
That's all that matters then.
And on top of that, Matt said butt fucking before. I thought it was funny.
He's got just on Instagram, he has almost 24 million followers.
Yeah, so there it is. And that's the reason. I'll tell you what.
And his post about him being in the Crown Jewel, almost 600,000 likes on Instagram.
Yeah.
So even if you want to keep it in the spectrum of wrestling, this is not the worst decision WWE's ever made. I don't think it's even close.
Not even close to that.
I think because Logan Paul looks like a freaking wrestler,
and he wrestles like a wrestler.
Yeah.
The dude is great at selling. I mean, would I have had him diving to the outside in that match? Probably not. But he looked fucking fantastic doing it.
Now
he knows what he's doing.
if you want to play devil's advocate and say like, well, this is kind of out of left field, like this is completely bizarre, like why do this? But at the same time, like I said before, what else are you gonna do? Like Braun Strowman just came back. You can do that again. Goldberg, Brock Lesnar's not coming back right now. Like what? Like Drew McIntyre again? Like this is believe it. I can't believe I'm saying this about a guy like Logan Paul who's not on a regular roster. This is a fresh matchup. It's interesting to a lot more people than just wrestling fans. Even though, as a diehard wrestling fan, my interest is piqued in this match, and I can't wait to see what these two guys do in the ring together.
Right, and then you tack on who's his brother. Whatever the other, what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Bro, he's like, I'm going to Saudi Arabia to see that. He's got just as many fucking followers as him, and he's a boxer. He's beating the shit out of Conor McGregor. Like, this is huge for the WWE.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Matt, go to Survivor Series. What about the McGregor's captain a team with three? No, all right. Okay. All right.
Not McGregor. I can't buy McGregor.
No, not the McGregors. I'm sorry, the Pauls.
Both. You want both of them?
Both. You have Jake and you have Logan. Maybe you just have them versus the Usos, and then you have the Roman Reigns supported by other people outside of the bloodline to make it more interesting. Like, because remember the Survivor Series, what they were was feud. All right, cool. Feud. Like, so maybe you have. Dude, they split up the Hart Foundation for Christ's sake in a Survivor Series.
Look, I would love if they went back to the traditional Survivor Series format. It's so much fun.
Listen, I'm excited about it. For as excited as one could be for a crown jewel.
Well, look, it's what you said to start off your thought, Kevin. Like, none of us. I don't think anyone wants to see fucking Goldberg again. Kane. Look, I love the Undertaker. I don't want to see the Undertaker. I've seen him do 1,000 fucking documentaries now and talk. Like, I've seen him. It's good. The mystique is gone. Like, let him go to pasture, take a nap, do fucking cool dead man things. Like, this is fresh, man. Fresh is good. This is what we've wanted for so long.
And it's so awesome because, like, again, like I said, Logan Paul looks the part. He looks the part and he can act the part. He's proved his worth, just like Bad Bunny has. So it's just like, I don't see any harm in this whatsoever even from the wrestling circle standpoint. And I understand the greater good that it's going to do for the worldwide, media attention. But even in our bubble, even in the professional wrestling bubble, I see nothing wrong with this being a match on this show. Now, you might have to surround it with it might be bells and whistles for all we know. It could be just bells and whistles, and which would probably be the right thing to do. But you put a solid card in front of that, and that's your last match. Bells and whistles, this and that. If you trust Logan Paul to give you a great match with Roman, which Roman can easily carry him to if he needs to, no issue. I'm actually excited about it the more we talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little more. Let's bring in our Patreon winner.
Oh yeah, this guy,
my brother from the Mark Order podcast.
He's fucking brother. Your brothers don't treat you like that, Matt.
I mean, he didn't. I don't even think he cared. He was out to some fancy dinner in the city. Ryan. So
what about missing Wednesday?
Yes.
Yes, I went to a Felipe Chow in New York City.
Yeah, not about missing it. About me, my dream team being shot down.
Well, dream team's questionable, Matt.
I'll bring it back. Don't worry. I'll hijack it.
That was a good squad. He told us that was a good squad.
Yeah, you guys missed the boat on that one.
Yeah. It would have been a short show.
Yeah, they would have all quit about halfway through.
No, Ryan would have fell asleep.
Yes, to be fair, Ryan didn't quit. He fell asleep. We just stopped asking him to come back.
Fair enough.
And it's bled over into this show because he's always allegedly always sick and can't send videos.
Wait, the poor guy was sick one time. And
you're admitting he is the committee.
Oh, he's the liaison to the committee.
Why does he put a blur over his face?
Listen, we got to keep something secret.
Fair enough. Ryan, are you excited to talk to Clark Connors tonight?
I am. That should be a very good interview. One of the big, the original four of the LA Dojo.
Oh, look at this guy.
Kevin quit already.
Chased him away.
That's okay.
I do appreciate the fact that you are supporting the great network and the wonderful people at the Rant, rantiumradio.com, home of the Shining Wizards in radio format. Yes, Matt.
If Clark Connors joins us before Kevin gets back, we'll drop Clark in, and then when Kevin comes back, we'll be like our Patreon winner. Kevin is going to ask some questions.
Oh, fuck
Works for me.
yes. Oh, fuck yes. God damn. Tell your friends
God, I
to tune
really
in
hope
soon, folks.
he can't get back soon.
Goodness. He won't. He probably like gets a drink, takes a leak.
Scratches
Oh
his
my
balls.
goodness gracious!
It's
Right.
better than his plan where you guys were all going to drop out and leave me with the interview.
Wait, was
I
that
think
his plan or was that my plan?
That was Kevin's plan, which he said on air so everyone could hear it. And not to mention, why would you leave me in charge with your podcast?
I think you're out of between the two shows, you're probably the most responsible one.
Ann has to take care of a life. Let's give him some credit there.
Yeah, but he is not. He's a mean person.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's kind of rough.
Yeah. I like people, and I don't think does.
This is
Look at
awesome.
this fucking guy.
This is so awesome.
All right, we're super excited. Clark, how are you, sir?
Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can see. I'm a little jealous. Is that a palm tree behind you?
Yeah, brother. This is that Arizona sunshine. I just got myself a new crib, so I'm enjoying the outdoors.
Oh,
good for
congratulations
you.
on the
Awesome.
new crib. I'm
Thank you,
joined with
thank you.
Tony and Ryan, the Shining Wizards. And Kevin. Kevin is a Patreon supporter. He won a contest this month, so he's going to sit in on the interview too. So don't be alarmed when we drop in a fourth guy on you.
All right, love it. Surprise, Kevin. Always down.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, appreciate you taking the time. We know that you have been on the shelf for a little while with a herniated disc, but man, you are coming off a hell of a run in New Japan, the Young Lions Cup, and then the Super Juniors, which I thought you were awesome in, and then you got that opportunity, that 4-way at Forbidden Door. First and foremost, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's the rehab's coming along great. We don't necessarily have a window yet when I'm coming back, but hopefully it's going to be sooner than later. And yeah, the goal is to be back as soon as possible. So I'm just fixing up this whole deal, doing PT every day. So I'll be back soon.
We're looking forward to the return. New Japan kind of they slipped and they said you were coming back for the most recent tour, and you kind of had to go on social media and be like, hey guys, you got to give me a little more time.
Yeah, man. They like I wasn't kidding when I talked about, replacing Ishii at the Forbidden Door event. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that. But we're just figuring out as we go, man. Like I have no idea. They announced that I'm going to Japan. I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to Japan, but I'm not wrestling.
One of the big four from the LA Dojo, obviously you, Carl, Alex, and oh my God, Gabriel Kidd.
Gabriel Kidd, baby.
I was Kevin's favorite wrestler. I almost forgot.
That's right.
Got him.
Oh, man.
What did it feel like? What's it feel like to be one of the four pillars of the LA Dojo?
Yeah, man. You know what? Like it's just for us, like it's one of those things where you're born and bred in fire, and you kind of come out on the other side, and that's just something that we've kind of ascribed to ourselves because we, with that, the four pillars is such an important thing in Japanese wrestling, but we kind of ascribe it to ourselves in a different way because we're family, man. The four of us, we've been through all the shit and for 4 years now. Oh fuck, almost. I don't know how long it's been. It's all kind of blends together, but yeah, man, it's I couldn't have asked for three other people that I would like to share a moniker with, I guess.
What was it like? You guys were the first class there. Were they ready for you, or was it kind of learning as you go?
Yeah, no, they were not ready. No. No, New Japan is a hell of a company, but the American expansion was never supposed to take place that quickly. From what I've heard, it was something that was going to be a couple years later down the line. But Shibata saw myself, he saw Alex, and he was like, "No, let's just start this now. These guys are good. Let's not lose them before they go somewhere else." So it expedited the process, but we all learned together, and I think it's brought us all closer together as a company and as a product as a whole.
When you have four guys like yourselves who obviously all try to want to be the best that you can be, and being that you are so tight, has there ever been especially with all the drama in pro wrestling, has there ever been an issue that was so severe that maybe you guys just didn't think it could work, or were you guys just that tight?
There was, just like you getting to know people as you go. I'd say like right away we clicked. We were like, we all kind of recognized as real. It was like in those workouts, we were like, okay, these are my type of people, But yeah, I would say like you get thrown in a house, especially in that like stress environment. There was definitely like a learning curve, and we had some, we've like fought in our house, like shit gets real. We'll settle arguments if we need to. So, but now we're tighter than brothers, so it's all worked out in the end.
I gotta turn my mic on. You think I won the Patreon contest? I don't know what I'm doing over here. The 2020 Lions break crown. What was the importance of that for you to come out on top for that tournament?
Yeah, that was something I thought was I got thrust upon me. That was the first time we ever had that tournament, and I just was lucky to be in it. And I think that was the first chance for me to break out of that young lion form for the first time and show people what I could do. Is there reverb coming back on you guys? Sorry about that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn that down. I don't know if I'm doing that, but sorry about that. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Is that better? Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, no, but it was just a big opportunity for me, and I think it was the first time the company was like, okay, this Clark guy. Oh shit! And I'm a mess.
You're
good. Sorry, boys. 1 second. Sorry.
We got time.
Oh God. This is just the cluster.
You're a wrestler, not a tech guy. This is how it's supposed to go.
Good point, Ryan. Good point.
We don't know that.
We don't know that he's a wrestler?
We don't know that he's not a tech guy.
Is he frozen? Do we lose him forever?
Oh, no.
He'll come back.
Connor's a goner.
No, he'll be back. I'm not worried if he pops in again. Take him out of here until he comes back.
You threw him out?
No, I just removed him until I see his face moving down here.
Wait, did I just echo? Why am I?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Oh, are we all echoing? Oh, we all are echoing.
Wait, did I do it?
Can you hear us?
Did
Clark?
I mess up the whole thing? I can hear you guys now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're better. We're good.
Okay. Sorry about that. That was just that's a Clark Connors special right there. I'm good at wrestling, not so much at technology. That's my worst thing. So.
Well,
Told you, Kevin.
You got nicknamed the Wild Rhino, not the Wild Technician, so you're good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's funny because my brother actually, he works at Twitter and he's like this tech whiz, he's always been a tech whiz, but he took all those genes. So no, it works for me though. I can just beat people up for a living. So that works.
Why is that a giant Bud Light?
It's a regular sized Bud Light, but does it look giant?
It did look giant just there. I was like, we're crushing them over here too. I don't know. Maybe it's the angle.
Yeah, I got a reverse Andre the Giant situation going on. Made my hand look small.
I wish I could use. I wish I had a reverse Andre the Giant situation. My wife would be thrilled.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
What? She would
like it.
Anyway, we're talking.
Yeah,
Look at these mitts.
We're talking about the Lions break.
You play for the Jets or what? With those hands.
God. If I wasn't 75 pounds, I probably would get a shot.
Yeah, man, you could fucking catch a basketball in those things.
I could palm a basketball.
Damn, all right.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this.
That's right.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Just a wrestling show.
Wrestling? I don't know.
I don't know what we were talking about.
Palming basketballs.
Clark, I'm gonna get it out of the way because I asked all our guests this. When was the last time you shit your pants?
Like a full shit or like a shart or something.
No,
I guess sharting is like.
Yeah, I don't think I think people like when we talk about shitting our pants, like no one's like dropping a log, right? You got some serious issues
Right.
if you're like we're talking sharts.
Sharts, yeah. I can't.
Ever in
Probably
the ring?
like drinking recently. No, never in the ring. I've been good about that, dude. Sticking my little muffler in. But no, I think I shit on. I think I shit on the fucking Tokyo Dome hotel floor by mistake the last time I was there.
Wait. How do you shit on the floor by mistake?
Yeah, I was just took a shower, or I was about to take a shower, which works out well. So I was naked and I thought I had to fart, so I fucking kind of lifted my leg up a little bit and I fucking shit on the fucking carpet in the bathroom. Yeah, dude. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh fucking okay. And it's like right around the time the ladies come to clean the fucking place. I'm like, oh no. So I'm just coming down, I grab some fucking paper towels, the towels, ball them all up in the side. I'm like, well, there's probably been worse stuff on this floor, but yeah, I think that if we count that, that's probably the last time I think I didn't shit in a toilet on purpose.
Yeah, I hope you left a nice tip.
Yeah. Well, no,
they left it on the floor.
Tipping is very disrespectful in Japanese culture, actually. So this worked out well.
Well, really? at least you're not Sabu.
What did Sabu?
Oh, he left hotels worse, way worse.
I can only imagine that.
At least one that I know of.
Okay.
What was the culture? Was there culture shock for you going from being a young man that grew up in Washington and Washington State, and you find yourself over in Japan?
Yeah, I mean, you go over there and you can't fucking read anything because there's no letters. But it was definitely a culture shock. You know, you walk around and you walk around and be a non-Japanese person alone. People come up and take pictures with you, but then you couple that with, you know, we always walk around with our tank tops on because it's muggy as all hell out there. So we got muscles, and then people recognize us from New Japan, and then we walk around our group. So it's kind of cool because they're very respectful of you, you know, over there. So they kind of let you, because there's a lot of cultural faux pas that I still don't even know about, or I do know about them now. And I still kind of just like, don't really listen to it because they're really forgiving about it. But I try to respect their culture as much as possible and learn the language. And I've learned a lot of the language. And but yeah, it's different over there, man. It's fun though. Like, you know, being a wrestler and going over there is really fun to be able to go there with the sponsor dinners and, you know, just doing God knows what until 6 a.m. and wait until the morning fucking Shinkansens are back on. So yeah, it's been good, man.
Those sorry, Kev. Those sponsor dinners, you ever do any of those weird things where they want you to like chop you or chop them? I broke them.
Yeah.
Means they have, and they don't want you to know.
He left. He said too much.
Completely left.
Kevin, just so you know, Clark Connors thinks you won the Patreon contest.
I saw that the name and I changed it.
We also
I'm coming back in right now. Hot with
Kevin, you kicked me out, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you did.
bro.
The new guy
taking over this podcast.
Yeah, dude. Really.
Yeah, no, but sponsor dinners, yeah, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, they always get wild. You know, I can't actually probably legally say a lot of the things. You have to sign some paperwork sometimes, you know. But chopping the guys, you know, they always want you to beat them up and take their shirts off, and it's like, oh, it gets crazy and whatever it is. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun over there though.
Yeah, just to be clear, I am the third wheel of this podcast. It is Tony, Matt, and Kevin. Ryan is the Patreon winner.
Oh, you bastards. Okay.
So
right.
I don't know what they did before I got here. I had to go drain the lizard because, you know, we crushed just like you crushed.
Okay.
So
that makes, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Because you guys are the Shining Wizards and Ryan is okay. I'm sorry about that, Kevin.
Yeah, no, you're all good, brother. Listen, I don't blame you. I blame these two jackaloons.
They got you. Nice little rib. I like it though.
So let me. Great rib. But let me ask you this: this whole term that we've come to hate, but I feel like has dissipated. It was called like the Forbidden Door, right? That thing has happened where people would go work here. I think it kind of mostly started when like Kenny Omega went to Impact, or when, you know, New Japan and AEW started working together, but people were going everywhere. And that still seems to be the thing now as the pandemic continues to slide down to non-existent. Are you surprised that this has lasted as long as it did, where we're seeing guys go from company to company?
You know, at first I was kind of skeptical about it, but like I think more than anything, it's just a return back to what wrestling always has been, right? Territories, people go in different countries, you know, working for different promotions, and I think it's healthier for the business. So I'm glad that's the case. You know, it's an extra payday for everybody, and it's great for the fans to get to go see their, you know, new talent, right? Just the influx of even like some of the female Japanese wrestlers that are over on AEW, and you know, now that we got Stardom working with us on a bigger capacity coming to the States soon, I'm really excited for everyone to get to see what these Stardom girls can do. And so I hope it's something that continues on, and you know, and it only strengthens the business, in my opinion.
Nice. So a follow-up, you have no worries or qualms that it might dilute certain shows when you see them here and then here and then here and then here, like 4 times a week? None of that concerns you, or does it?
I think it all depends on the fans, right? Because like, in my opinion, it's all different, you know. Like a lot of fans, like the really hardcore fans, which I love the hell out of, and I respect the grind. They're the ones who are looking out at all those different shows, right? But most people are gonna just, if I watch AEW, I just watch AEW. If I watch Impact, I just watch Impact, New Japan, whatever it is. And so it just gives a bigger, broader audience a chance to see, you know, Clark Connors, to see Chris Bay or whoever it is, Kazuchika Okada, right? Like there's people who still don't know who he is, who watch Impact all the time, you know? And to me, it's like, okay, that's just a better chance to be like, okay, if you watch it over there, then you get to go, he'll draw you back to the product, his home product, you know, and hopefully that gets more eyes on everything and more money in everyone's pocket.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Ryan,
was the plan always for you to be a big part of New Japan Strong when it started, or was that just a result of the world going crazy? Because you guys ended up being a real big part of that in a lot of its run.
Yeah, no, we I don't know. I honestly, I think that's just one of those things that we'll never know. I don't even, honestly, I don't know if what New Japan Strong would have been if there would have been a New Japan Strong this quickly, right? Because it's the whole idea of an American expansion, right? That we were talking about, that they weren't ready for it. And so I don't think they're necessarily ready to put a product together, but it just was circumstance. We're paying guys who were in the States. So it came about. And I think that it gave myself, it gave Carl, it gave a lot of the guys who are stuck in America such a big platform to show what they can do and that they could carry a product. And in my opinion, it's still the best hour of wrestling, just solid wrestling. You know, there's not necessarily the whole, you know, drama storylines as you would see in other companies, but in terms of like the best wrestlers on the planet, like it's insane the cards we're putting together. You know, I can't believe it, and I think it's only going to get more and more popular, and I just feel blessed to be a part of that start of it. And obviously, I want to continue on with it, and but I need to definitely get back over in Japan a lot more once his back heals up, and kind of make my money over there too. You know,
right? How do you feel about wrestling shows on YouTube? Is that become sort of like the new acceptable platform if you can't get TV? Are we there yet where it's like as equal as, maybe not as equal, but just kind of on the same level as a televised show? And I know, of course, you guys have your stuff too, but like, is YouTube an acceptable platform to consume wrestling in your eyes as a pro wrestler?
Yeah, I at first was very skeptical about it. I don't know. I thought it kind of cheapens the product, and it just seemed like a very low budget way to do stuff. But in my opinion, like now that you look at any major media corporations and a lot of like these forward thinking companies, they're putting a lot of their content on YouTube. And YouTube isn't what it used to be. I mean, I remember when YouTube was invented, right? You know, it was just like you just make a video. There was no monetization. There's no commercialization of it. It was just, you know, there's probably a video of me in 6th grade, like right when that shit came out, doing some dumb shit. I don't know if my friends took it down or not, but But now it's like it's become such a like what you guys are doing, in my opinion, is just like, it's monetized, it's professional, and it's going to be the future because the internet is the future. So network television in general is dying anyways, and so I think it's a very viable product.
And we're on the line with Clark Connors at Clark Connors on Twitter, Clark.Connors on Instagram. Be sure to follow the Wild Rhino as he's going through his rehab and getting ready to get back in the ring. You mentioned you're looking forward to going back to Japan, and you had the opportunity back in May when you guys finally they kind of opened up and they got a little freer on getting people into the country. How excited was it for you to be back in Japan and be back for the best of the Super Juniors?
Yeah, so for me, that was the biggest thing. Like, I didn't know when or if ever we were going to get back to Japan, just to how it is over there with COVID protocols. But yeah, I felt so blessed to kind of be on that first wave back. And it just happened to coincide with Best of Super Juniors. And so that was the most important thing for me. It was like, I felt like if I didn't get back for Best of Super Juniors, it would have been a whole year until I had my first Best of Super Juniors. And that would have been a much more of a struggle for me to, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to run the junior division. I'm here to bring in that next, the next level. Like I'm here to take down Hiromu. I'm here to take down Despy. I'm here to take down Show and Yo and all those old hats. Like it's my division for the taking. And so I needed to have that first base platform to do so. And so I just was really excited to get back there, and I had a great time, and it's only going to get more opened up, especially with the clapping crowds kind of going away, thank God, and the people bringing their voices back. It just, I cannot wait to get back in Korakuen and like when everyone's cheering again. So I'm really excited for that next time.
Now, excuse me, Freya, because I might be wrong. Were you scheduled to be in the New Japan Cup prior to the pandemic?
Once again, I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's when New Japan Cup was always just usually heavies back then. But now I think they're kind of sprinkling more juniors in. So I don't think I was.
I never thought of you as a junior, man. I mean,
yeah,
dude, your nickname's the Wild Rhino. There's nothing
right.
junior about a rhino.
Right. Well, that's the beauty of it to me, is like I always saw myself, and I still see myself this way, as because everyone thinks of juniors, right? Flippy, cool submissions, cool kicks, doing those Will Ospreay Ricochet shit. And but in my opinion, like there's a void of a powerhouse, right? Like when I think for me it kind of clicked when Shingo was in Best of Super Juniors, like when he debuted in New Japan, and he went on that tear in 2019, I think. And I was like, yeah, the junior division doesn't have like that heavyweight of the junior division, right? And I think I always saw myself in that. I think that's a role that I could fill, because I can do the flips. I don't like it. It's not my style. I rather run through someone, and it's a lot better on my spine. Well, hopefully it will be. But yeah, I see myself as a kind of right in that middle ground of like the top end of a junior heaviness and the low end of heavyweight, right?
Yeah, it's weird because you just brought that up, and I'm thinking of like back in I'm trying to think of names in like WCW's cruiserweight or WWE's lightweight division, and I'm thinking like Scott Putski and Johnny Swain, like those guys, like Johnny, they were like big. I'm not comparing you to them, don't get me wrong,
Sure.
But like those were like big muscular dudes, but they would challenge for the those cruiserweight, light heavyweight titles. So it's really cool that you feel like there's still a place for that. And I'm sure I'm forgetting probably an even more important name than those two, not to disrespect them, but
Yeah.
that's really cool to me to see that that's how you feel about the junior division and your role that could have been in the junior division.
Well, yeah, I think that people forget, like, especially how big fucking Jericho used to be. Still big, but like how Jericho is a light heavy. Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, Dynamite Kid. These guys were all like shoot over 200 pounds. Stick out of their, roided out of their skulls. But but either way, like that's what the junior division used to be when wrestling was the land of the giants, in my opinion. So it's just like it's almost a throwback to that. That's why a lot of my stuff is very simple. I'm just gonna beat you up. I'm gonna spear you through the ground, throw you through the ground with the trophy kill. You know, it's like it's not that hard, and I think that's just something that people don't do anymore. You know,
It's so funny. I mentioned Scott Putski and Johnny Swinger, and then you dropped Jericho, Dynamite Kid, Eddie Guerrero.
So
and
I was like,
Chris
you're missing a
Benoit.
couple. You're missing a couple big names.
Missed
there,
a couple, right? Just a few. Just
yeah.
But I think we all know that Swinger and Putski are on the top of the list. I think.
No, 100%. Yeah, no, I was just trying to fill out the rest of that Mount Rushmore, but Putski and Swinger for sure. Yeah, no, big dogs.
That's why Kevin is a Patreon supporter, not a Shining Wizard.
I mixed up my eras. That's all.
Clark, would you remember a particularly loud fan at an event? Like, say you guys were in Philly at the 2300 Arena. Would you remember a drunk fan just screaming at you guys all night?
It happens. If it was you, then
it wasn't me, but he is in this chat.
I don't think I don't think I screamed at Clark Connors.
Oh, well, I don't know if that makes me feel worse or better.
Trust me, it's better.
I like the LA Dojo guys.
Good. No, I mean, there is some fun times where the fan, you see a fan, it's just like everyone goes to the back. It's like, do you see that motherfucker over there? Like, good God, yeah. Well, shut the fuck up, Sorry, but
8 points in the best of the Super Juniors. Were you happy with your overall performance? You had huge wins over Alex Zane, Francisco Akira. You beat Kanemaru, which I don't think people realize what a legend he is in the
legend.
Like his Noah stuff is unbelievable. And you beat Taguchi. Like you beat two legends and two kids that are, I don't mean to say kids, but two guys that are going to be around for a long time in New Japan, and Zane and Akira.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a all right start, to be just honest with you, but I think I should have done better. Then, it is what it is. I think that it's one of those things where I just got to keep pushing it, and I got to show the world what I can do a little bit. And I'm going to win the next one. Say that much. That's my plan.
Is the House of Torture the worst fucking thing in professional wrestling?
I fucking love it, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
it is my favorite like fucking thing, like because it's just because exactly that reaction right there, right? Because it's I know exactly what you're saying, but for some reason it's so bad it's good in a weird way to me. It's almost that you just fucking go through to the other side. So I think Dick to Go is phenomenal personally.
Dick to Go.
Beautiful.
I love how he's officially Dick to Go now. I just love that so much.
It's amazing. Oh yeah. It's great, man. He's phenomenal.
So you guys did a lot of, obviously, if you're not familiar with the best of the Super Juniors, there's some mixed tag match, not mixed, but there's 6-man tag matches in between some of the days. Was there anyone from the B block that you kind of wished you had an opportunity to get in there and go one-on-one with? Because I think I would have really liked to see you and Teton.
Oh yeah, Teton's nuts, dude. That guy is nuts. I would love to go in there too with him, because I've wrestled him before, like a couple years ago, and I think he's only gotten better. And I think there's a good clash of styles there. I mean, I want to wrestle everybody, but obviously Despy, I think, is the biggest one, because like he's the class of the division right now, in my opinion. And I think that would have been a good chance for me to just kind of show everybody, like, no, I'm on his level, and I think that I'm better than him. I hate to say it, I just haven't had a lot of opportunities to show it, and I think that me and him could put on a fucking phenomenal wrestling match, and that could ring through the ages, to sound I'm the most humble person I know, so
What's your favorite wrestling match of all time?
My favorite wrestling match of all time? Oh my God. I haven't thought. I should know. I should have these on the top of my head.
Was it Scott Putski against Johnny Swinger?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was that one Putski had. I always liked Sean and anything with Sean in it, but Sean and Taker at 25, I want to say, or 26, whatever one was his
Right
last
up
match.
Yeah, right up there.
Yeah, one of those ones. And then Flair Sean too is to me, like, in terms of storytelling, just like as like my chef's kiss, personally.
That's it.
You mentioned Desperado. Did you see his death match with Jun
God.
Sakai?
So I don't really watch deathmatch stuff as much. Just like that's not my bag. I mean, I think it's cool as hell. It's like, but I watched the promo afterwards. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Like that, I was hammered drunk at like 3 a.m. and just flipping through Twitter, and I see like they're both just bloodied up, and because the first shot of Kasai when he's just sitting there in the turnbuckle, just like blood on his face, I was like, this guy, and then he cuts this like anime fucking like speech to Despy about just like wanting to like stay alive and just like inspirational as hell, and I was like, these guys are that shit was like that's the storytelling that you can only do in Japanese wrestling, where it's just like you just do it in a 1 or 2 matches and you can tell an entire story, and it's a morality tale almost, which is really cool to me.
So you go through the best of the Super Juniors, and then when do you find out that you're going to be taking part in this AEW All Atlantic qualifying match against Honma?
So the match was on Sunday, so I think I found out Friday. So yeah, it was like there was like after the match with me and Ishii, right? Then he whatever, I Tanya Hardinged his knee. And
Nice.
and so yeah, no, I mean it was backstage. He was fine after the match. I just went back there and I just fucking shanked his ass. And you need to you gotta pick your spots in this business. But after that, yeah, I didn't hear anything, and then I got a call, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, Ichi's hurt, so you gotta get on this plane." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sign me up." So I found out, I think maybe 20 minutes before they announced it.
Is that like up until that moment? Is this are you going into the biggest match of your career?
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's, I've had a lot of cool opportunities, I think, but I think just be on that big stage in front of that many people, and it's a 4-way, so there's a lot of really big names in it. So I was like, once again, just like with Ishii, I had to pick my spots, of trying to make an impression with people. But it was kind of cool because I was playing with house money a little bit, because I was like, you know what, if they weren't expecting me to come out anyways, most people don't know who I am who are watching this, so I'm just gonna go out there and just have fun. And so yeah, it turned out well, I think. And I mean, I didn't win. That sucks. But other than that, I think it turned out well, and it was definitely the biggest match of my career. But I'm never, in terms of like nervousness or anything, like I never really get nervous before matches. And this one was the same, where I wasn't even thinking about the match. I wasn't worried about the match at all. I was just worried about making sure I got back to, got there in time. You know what I mean? I was like, I get on a plane and just like hustle through a bunch of stuff and hope like my baggage got through TSA. So it was just like, I didn't really have time to process it. And then until afterwards, I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. That was a big match. So I'm glad I performed in it.
You mentioned something that like really like triggered my brain. It was like, a lot of these people don't know who I am. So where do you think you are in this, on the scale of people know who I am and people don't know who I am? Like, where would you put yourself in that spectrum?
Well, I mean, according to Dave Meltzer, I think I'm 261 this year on the PWI. So, I mean, pretty fucking cool. No, just kidding. I think that.
Like, how do you feel?
Yeah. I don't really know. I feel like that I am not known by a lot of people. When I'm out with my, out in, WrestleMania weekend or something, and we got shows going on, people recognize me and such, but I think I don't think I'm as where I want to be, after doing this for 5 years or 6 years. But I think that's just something that, especially with this back injury, I think I was on a really nice trajectory that I was starting to get to the place where I was being seen. I had a spot with, I was supposed to wrestle Narita on that Flair card. Little things like that, where it's like more and more bigger spots. So I think it's just a matter of time. Once I come back, I think the world's gonna really get to know the real Clark Connors, and I'm excited to show them too, because I want to really let people in on it a little bit, you know.
Awesome.
Absolutely. My buddy Kieran, who I do the not the Mark Order, Jesus Christ, the Bread Club New Japan show on Fightful for, he wants to know if you're back in time for the World Tag League and you could pick your partner. Who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. You know, who I got on with really well was Zayn. You know, like during the tour, I think he's a phenomenal talent. I think he's only gotten better. Like he's, in my opinion, like such a rags to riches, like out of the backyard. He's been doing it forever, and he's got such a good mind for wrestling, and he's innovative. And I think he would be definitely someone I'd want to be a tag team with. Either that or anybody from the dojo. And I mean, I don't know right now. Even like DKC or Kevin Knight, I think would be great. I think that'd be a great showcase for either of them. And I know they're going to give it their all either way. So I think that could be a fun idea too.
I got to ask, since you've been to Japan, do you eat the raw horse meat?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite food, dog. I think that might honestly be my favorite food of all time.
Who introduced you to it?
Shibata, yeah, he took us down. We were down south in I think maybe like Fukuoka or something, and he's like, he goes, and like he's actually usually the type of person who's always like, "Are you sure this is cooked enough?" Like he's very like, you know, like I don't know, I wouldn't say germophobic, but just smart about not getting fucking food poisoning. But he of all people was like, "You guys want to try horse?" And we're like, "Yeah." So we started out with those little horse balls, like they're like cooked horse balls, and those were pretty good. Ate like 6 like meat sticks of horse ball. Well, not balls, but you know.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know that sounds. It's eating stallion nuts.
The horse with 6 balls would be alarming.
That's a different story. Yeah, that was later that night actually. But
my man.
Yeah, you know. But no, but then he's like, "Do you guys want to try raw horse?" And we're like, "Yeah." And yeah, that's when things started getting off the rails. But it's my favorite Japanese food, actually. Probably one of my favorite foods.
Nice. Do you like? Is there like a sauce that goes with it, or you just eat it like a little wasabi?
Yeah, yeah. It's like a sashimi, right? So it's like a thinly cut. It's like a piece of almost like a fish, you know, like a sashimi fish, and you dip it into like this very Japanese barbecue sauce usually, but you can put it in like you put the little salt in and like wasabi. Just kind of it's just like it's good because doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's like a good base, but it's a really good texture. So you can kind of mix and match. There's different flavors on it.
Nice, beautiful. If you had to put a number on it, how many pounds of raw horse meat do you think you could eat
in one sitting?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Pounds.
Man versus food.
Man, oh, dude, I think that's a food because it's raw. Like I think that maybe a half a pound, maybe a pound. If I was like, you know, if they put a clock on it and Guy Fieri was there and shit, like I think I could probably eat like a pound maybe, but it would start to get gross after a little while. I think.
No, I hear. You ever go down one of those weird rabbit holes where you want to see what those world records are on some of those foods?
I haven't, but now I think I'm going to after this.
Do yourself. Just don't watch any of the videos on YouTube because it'll fuck your whole algorithm up, and then you'll be watching. I think like the mayonnaise record is like 6 pounds of mayonnaise in 10 minutes.
Oh, and how many minutes?
10 maybe.
Oh my god,
that's a lot of mayonnaise,
dude.
That's disgusting.
Dude, that's like that's how much comes out of a horse ball coming right at you. You eat that
6 horse balls.
6. That's 6 horse balls worth of mayonnaise right in your face. Oh man, yeah. Well,
was this like a pick your lobster night? Did you get to pick the horse you were going to eat?
See, I wish. I would love to see the look in its eyes, right, as they shave it off of its alive skin. No, that's no. I didn't get
we went to the bad place.
It was it was 4 32-ounce bowls of mayonnaise in 8 minutes.
That's like a gallon of mayonnaise.
It's fucking gross. Why would you do that?
Who set the record?
Oleg Zorninsky.
Russian guy.
Okay. Yeah, no, he didn't he wrestle Johnny Swinger at one point. I think him and they had a
The
banger.
Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, and then he ate all. Then he went to the heavyweight division, started eating all that mayonnaise. Good for him.
What about 10 pounds of spam in 8 minutes? It's gross.
Dude, because that's like eating like cat food at that point. You're just, you know what I mean? Like it's spam's delicious, but like
It is delicious.
That texture must have like coming out. Man, that's a shit your pants fucking meal right there. 10 pounds of spam.
I would think raw horse is a shit your pants meal, to be quite honest.
No
Yeah,
way.
it is. It is a little bit. You know, because your body's, you know, anything raw, your body kind of has to get used to it. But you know, it's pretty clean at least. I don't know.
Are you a I don't want to know what it is until after I eat it guy, or were you all in when he was like, let's do some raw horse?
It depends. Like if it's like like it depends. Like I'll eat it no matter what. But there's been a couple of times when like the sponsor will be like, try it, and you're like, what is it? Like, try it. Like, okay. And it's just like, you know, it's gonna be something fucking stupid, you know, but it's like, all right, oh, you know, chicken butthole or whatever it is, or thanks, dude. And they're all laughing and shit. I'm like, yeah, and then I always, you know, just like, all right, grab some more, and it's, oh, it is. That's exactly what I thought it was, you know. But it's a dangerous game though out there.
Like bad guy Jake the Snake Roberts. Trust me.
Didn't Yokozuna eat fried turkey assholes? Like, wasn't that his snack? He used to dip them in jars of mayonnaise.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if it was
explain a lot.
I don't know if it was assholes, but
I think it was actually.
I think it was turkey assholes.
Was either turkey skin or turkey asshole?
Oh, it
I
was
think it's
definitely
turkey
assholes.
skin. No.
No.
What do you think? There's just a butcher with a bag of turkey assholes? Like,
Yes.
the WWF
Yes.
coming to town.
Jeez,
They got to
you
do
haven't been
something
to
with them.
Japan, man.
I'd be huge.
Yeah, dude. Here. This is from Bruce Pritchard's show. Undertaker brought him 40 or 50 pounds of turkey ass and brought it at the barbecue. So he was fucking eating deep fried turkey assholes, dipping them in jars of mayonnaise.
He was eating deep fried turkey ass, not asshole.
Well, what else is part of the ass?
It's a chasm. You can't eat a hole.
Well, you could eat the meat around the hole.
Yeah, look, there's a huge difference.
like a
There's
donut.
a huge difference between kiss my ass and kiss my asshole.
All right, but
Yeah.
either
What's
way,
the
you're
But
not
when people
eating
say
it.
they eat ass, they mean the whole.
The
but you're not
difference is
actually
the taste,
eating it.
right?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. You're not eating. You're just mostly licking, and you take a bite a little bit. I won't get much coming off it, but
I mean, I would
Yeah,
assume it's
if
like a
you're taking
donut.
flesh, you got another issue with the
No, but like
no,
you get all-
that's a Army Hammer situation. Yeah, no.
all right. This
like
is-
I mean, it's a nice muscular area, isn't it? I mean, you know, nice.
I don't know
brown
what a
piece.
turkey's asshole looks like. you
I would
fucking
imagine it looks
weirdo.
somewhat like a human's asshole, right? I mean, aren't all assholes the same?
So you want to eat it? Would you eat a fried human asshole?
No, but maybe a turkey one might be down. Put them on a little shish kebab. Put some hot shit on them. Come on, man.
Google. Let's Google.
Yeah, put a little Frank's hot sauce on there.
Fuck yeah!
Mm.
Now you're talking.
A little ring
Now
of
you-
fire, baby.
Fuck.
Coming in,
more ways
coming
than
out.
one.
Yeah, baby. Both
put that
ends.
shit on everything, and then everything
Put
shits
that-
on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody get me a hotel room in Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll buy the ticket if you get out of here for like 2 weeks. I'll buy it. Go.
Listen, for somebody who's not a member of the show, you got a lot to say.
That's a good point.
Fucking guy.
Clark, it has been an absolute pleasure. What can the fans look for? What are your expectations for 2023, the end of 2022?
I think it's going to be it's a booming year in New Japan. No, but I think this has kind of been the it's going to be the kind of not the culmination, but the start of a new era in New Japan. I think that there's been a lot of complacency and just like people resting on their laurels, and a lot of the same people in the same spots. And I think now's the time that the younger generation is going to be coming through. And I know for myself, you know, and I know the other big four guys, we know it's our time to take over. And whether it's through force or, you know, just, you know, people liking us or something, like, what a thought. I think that big things are coming for everybody in the LA Dojo and everybody in New Japan in general. So I'm excited to see a lot of new matchups. I'm excited to see a lot of new faces.
Well, Clark, we look forward to the end of 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Very
Remember,
fun.
follow Clark on Twitter at Clark Connors, Instagram Clark Connors. Give him a follow. Check out the Wild Rhino. He's doing special things when he comes back and he's all healed up. Clark, anytime you want to come back on, just hang out and shoot the shit and I don't know,
talk about shit.
Whatever you want, man. We're pretty.
Yeah, I like it, man.
This
This has been the most butthole shit centric podcast I've been on. So thank you guys for that opportunity. I really look forward to doing it again sometime soon.
I'm sure there's only so many times you can talk about being trained by Lance Storm and Shibato where you just
dude. And different. I just wanted to say thank you for not asking me those fucking questions because boom, I've been in enough of that. So thank you guys for making it fun. That was a good time.
Well, Clark, thank you again. Anytime you want to come back on, just shoot the shit. You're more than welcome, man.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Clark, enjoy the new digs, man. You got it's a beautiful yard from what we can see. So enjoy it.
It's dope. It is dope. Yeah, I watch this. Let me see if I can check out this.
That might be the
pool,
best backdrop we've ever had.
Look at that. That's my pool right there. Can you see that? Shit. Boom.
That's very nice.
Yeah, man. That's nice. Well, you guys have a good one.
Take it easy, boys.
Clark, be well. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Clark.
Talk soon.
Later, boys.
All right. Oh, it's Tony.
Hi, Tony.
All right, Kevin. It's been fun having you.
Yeah, Ryan, you better shut your fucking mouth.
Man, he's so aggressive. Who did that?
It wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
He left. Kevin left again.
I'm sure he took the opportunity to go take a leak and grab another drink.
Oh boy,
that's probably what he's doing.
Well, Ryan, I hope this was fun for you.
It was first interview I've ever done, so I appreciate it.
Oh well, anytime. Appreciate the support.
No problem. You guys have fun rest of the show.
All right, I'll see you Wednesday, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's right. I will actually see you Wednesday.
Yeah. We're going to the Dynamite.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Ryan, I heard a mean rumor. You don't like to leave your house?
Some of the listeners are crossover, so no, I do not like to leave my house for the sake of kayfabe.
Oh,
what?
Well, already
Get
then.
outta here. What was that stupid comment? What? Kayfabe,
brother.
It's a running joke that I don't leave my house, Kevin.
Didn't we see you? I've seen you in person.
No, you haven't.
You actually haven't, but it is also just a running joke that I don't leave my house.
Oh, well. Good luck
You've
with that.
you've never met the schlong in person.
Thought I had.
No,
but
I leave my house a lot to go see Flyers games.
Oh, boo.
I had to rub that in, Kevin.
No, well, you guys are gonna stink, so it's all good.
So are you.
Yeah, all right, but I said it first.
You can
Fair
catch
enough.
Ryan. You can catch Ryan every Wednesday night on the Mark Order podcast at Mark Order Pod. And Ryan's running the Twitter. So anyone who's watching Dark Elevation, you love the tweets, you love the interactions.
Let's be
it's
honest.
Ryan.
Nobody's watching Dark Elevation, and
No,
No,
Ryan,
listen, he's got some good interaction. I've noticed that.
does. Ryan's got he's done a fucking unbelievable job with the Mark Order Twitter. So props to Ryan, man.
Not bad.
hey, my comment is not a reflection on Ryan's ability to handle Twitter. I'm just saying nobody watches Dark Elevation, and
That's fair, but I do.
well, that's one of you.
I mean, more people watch Dark Elevation than NWA, so I don't know what that says.
oh, what a dig!
There you
Is that
go.
true?
Woo.
Actually,
Ryan,
yes, there's several 100,000 watch Dark and Dark Elevation. I think maybe several thousand watch NWA.
Yeah, but those 1,000
And
really care.
It's Tony and all his burner accounts.
Just Tony Z, Tony A, Tony B.
Tony Wizard, Tony Wizard.
Bizarre.
Not the first time he's tried to cheat at something.
I watched NWA.
All right, fellas, have fun.
Ryan, thank you, brother. We'll talk. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll talk to you later. See you. All right.
Well, now that
Clark
he's gone.
Connors. What a great time.
Good guest.
Look, do we want to do a quick Patreon plug? Do you have Patreons, Tony, or do you need me to do them?
I mean, if you want to
I
do
got
it,
him. I'm going to do them real fast, but then I got to take a piss, and I want to get another one of these Doc ciders before we wind down this wonderful show.
yes, winding down, music to my ears.
All right, so I'm going to go. If you guys got to pee or do whatever you got to do, I'm going to go big screen here. Check out my new haircut.
That works.
My fucking.
You look handsome, by the way.
Thanks. My barber was like fucking Edward Scissorhands today. I loved it. He was just constantly fucking moving and cutting my hair.
Kept a lot on top.
No, it's not long at all. I think it's just the angle.
No.
It's very short. I feel very nice. I feel fresh. Hopefully you're enjoying the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. And if you are, and you want to support the Shining Wizards Podcast, you can do so through our Patreon, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the Wizards Podcast. $3 a month gets you our bonus episodes every month. $5 a month gets your social media website shout out. $10 a month gets you put into our monthly drawing where you can sit right in on an interview just like Ryan Schlong did with Clark Connors, or you can pick a Wizards Rewind and sit in for that. Can you beat that challenger? Pick a bonus episode for the monthly Patreon bonus shows. There's so much available there for you. And of course, at $10, you get everything below in those lower tiers and so forth and so on. So any support is appreciated. And if you can't, look, I get it, man. You don't have a couple extra shekels. The best thing you can do, it's free. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. Apple, Stitcher, Spotify. The more reviews we get, the more eyes can get on the show. It'll pop up in suggestions. If you're listening to this podcast, you'd like this. So if you have not left a review for us, please do so wherever you're listening to podcasts. At this time, we're going to thank those that support us over at our Patreon. Kathy Hummer, the queen of the Shining Wizards. Manny Kratzo, the king of the Shining Wizards. Danny Rusinello at Not Danny Russ on the Twitter machine. Anthony Rusinello from the Mark Order podcast. Sean Toe, Sean Calejo, Kate the Great Hensler at Miss Kate Fabe on the Twitter machine. She's doing Sour Graps. She's doing Fightful post shows. She's doing the Mark Order podcast. Great friend, great supporter. She's doing great things. Be sure you're following her. Matt Garifo, no relationship to the KJG. He's over there at WhoDatMatt81 on Twitter. He's a big Saints fan. And, after yesterday, they ain't looking so great. So please be sure to tell at WhoDatMatt81 that the Saints suck. Christine Friesendorf, Mark Parloni, happy birthday, Mark. Jay Kopp, the big cop of pump. Thomas Kops, the Mott Spock at High Five Tom. He's doing the Marking Out, Ring of Honor, wherever we podcast. Plus, Tom just had a birthday this weekend. So happy birthday, Milwaukee Tom. Michael Hammond, Matthew Birch, Braden Bergen at Enfuego30, our number one fan from Iowa. Brendan Haney, Ryan Schlong, who you just saw sit in at Mark Order Pod on the Twitter machine. Asian Joe, he's been crushing it in the chat today. David Henry Power III. His pal Antonio Horseman makes experimental music at Harvestman Records, 856.bandcamp.com/music.
Happy
Mike
birthday,
Peterson.
Mark.
Thank you. Mike Peterson at LOL Mike Peterson. Rob Humphrey, I Dunk Biscuits. The Daily Smark at The Daily Smark on Twitter. They help you find the latest wrestling news along with up-to-the-minute daily podcasts. Don't forget, we deliver YouTube videos to keep you in the loop. TheDailySmark.com. Kevin Rogue at Year of Pod, at JJ Rogue Means, at TOTS Pod. Great friend of the show, Kevin Rogue. Please be sure to be following him. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Lives are gonna be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
Kevin, I know what you mean, Jelly Bean.
Oh, baby.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom and get a drink. You guys can start talking about whatever you want, and I will jump in as soon as I get back.
Donk, what's on your mind, big bad booty daddy?
I figured we might be able to talk a little NWA Power if you want. We can.
That's fine. I watched NWA Power, and I know Matt did too. And Matt takes really fast urinations, so I'm sure he'll be able to jump right in like he was never gone.
I was not a fan of NWA Power this week.
Why? Do tell.
I was fine for the most part with Scion versus Joe Alonzo. It's kind of weird that Joe Alonzo really hasn't been around all that much.
All right, so this was my first introduction to Joe Alonzo, as far as I can recall.
Probably. He hasn't been around all that much, but there was a little back and forth with him and Scion. And
right, they mentioned that he hurt him or something before or something like that. Like there was an issue in the past. Guy came out wearing like a 97 like Hot Topic sweatshirt with the gear.
Yeah, and the match was fine. I mean, I don't know if your new national champion should have been given up so much in this match, but
I never look at stuff like that way anymore. Like,
look, good match, but let's be honest, Sion's the star here, not Joe.
Let me ask you this about the Sion things. I have a couple questions about certain masked aspects of this show. Sion was the mystery man, correct?
What do you mean the mystery man?
He was wasn't he also known as the mystery man, Sion?
Yeah. When he first came out, no, he didn't have a name at first. They called him the mystery man, and then he revealed that his name was Sion.
So nobody cares about trying to find out who he is anymore. He is Sion.
Well, the whole story was that he was the son of a former NWA champion, and it turns out that after all this time, that champion was Austin Idol. So,
is that? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the reveal.
Yeah. Now, Austin Idol was not a former NWA World's Champion, but he was a former national champion. As a matter of fact, he was the first national champion. It kind of makes sense that we're at that point where his son is now following in his father's footsteps.
So I don't know this. Do you know who actually is Sion?
Nope. I believe Matt knows. I believe he figured it out or found out. I don't want to know. I really don't.
I'm with you. I'm not crazy about this, man. NWA is like hit or miss with me, man. Like, of course, obviously, I'm gonna love the Cardona Bully Ray stuff, which was fine. I thought that was cool. The realism there, to me, kind of counteracts the super ridiculous of. And I don't know if you want to finish up on the Sion stuff, but like the question mark stuff.
Sion's done. The rest of the show was not good.
I will say this, despite how ridiculous it was, the fact that we saw a second question mark show up to try to fight Red Dog or Rodney Mack, right? That's who is.
Well, that's the question
mark. Yeah, that's the question mark. But there's a second question mark that showed up.
Yeah, and you know what?
Little frumpy guy.
I'm okay if this second question mark is going to be, a sort of in the same vein as the original question mark. But, dude, I don't know, man. I didn't like this shit with the Pope and Kratos and KC Rocks. Like, KC Rocks stuck out like a sore thumb. Aaron Stevens was all over the place.
Fair enough.
This was creative. Like, this was AEW creative. This was not like brought back in. This was not tied down. This was all over the place. Dude.
I disagree. Like, I'm not going to comment on the match, but for some reason that again, that second question mark showing up, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but that was all after the fact. Right. Getting to that point, the match was
and then last week they tried to explain why Kratos was with Pope. Like, Pope's like the main guy. Like, I want to be with Pope. Like, this and that. But they had me like, as silly as it might be, as insane. I can only speak for my personal opinion. That second goofy little question mark frumpy guy showed up. I was like, all right.
I'm curious to see where that goes. I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah. And then Matt's just joining us back after his docs seltzer break.
It's not seltzer. It's an apple cider.
Apple cider, if you will.
So
what did you think about the Bully Ray Cardona?
I mean, it's chicken shit stuff from Cardona telling him that he's got to fight Mike Knox and VSK. So Bully Ray is going to find a partner. Bully Ray's probably going to wind up winning. I mean, it is what it is. It moves the story along. Hopefully, I mean, it's going to lead to Bully Ray and Matt Cardona. I guess they're going to keep Matt Cardona at that high level, but outside of the championship for now, which is fine. It sort of makes sense.
I like Cardona. I fucking can't stand Bully Ray.
Yeah, but Bully Ray's playing like a lovable heel here, like a lovable face here,
Lovable is questionable. Like, he's trying to be like the Stone Cold. Like, he this promo was weird for him. Like, I get it, because you're trying to make Cardona look like an imbecile. Like, hey, come back in 15 seconds and try it again. Like, that to me was like a shoot on like developmental. Like, go, take 15 seconds, come back, and try another promo. I was like, all right, I get it. You're Bully Ray. You have a radio show. You're who you are.
You know what I realized I missed watching this show? and it only hit me as I watched it, and it should have hit me a long time ago. I think these shows have lost their luster to me because we no longer have that David Marquez guys walking to the podium for an interview. Most of the interviews they do now are May Valentine backstage. And I think it takes away from the feel of that old school NWA 605, like show.
Well, wasn't the whole Bully Ray thing done at the podium with the bald guy? I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
Kyle Davis.
Kyle Davis. Yeah.
But typically they'll have the guys come out and talk before they get in the ring for their match, or there's something else going on with them. You know what I'm saying?
But I also did love when after the second question mark came in and Aaron Stevens like kind of just like fumbled behind the announce table, like who is that? And then of course they're all talking over each other trying to answer like it's a question mark, it's a question mark, it's a question mark, it's a question mark, and they were all talking over each other. But I love that aspect of like Aaron Stevens like fumbling behind the announce table. I thought that was really funny.
I also didn't care for Tim Storm seeming so like goofy on commentary. Like he's playing weird into the stories. Like, how do we know that's not the question mark? And like, I don't know. It's like Tim Storm should be the straight guy calling the action. He should be involved in like the Gaga. You know what I'm saying?
But the story is so ridiculous that even the less of the three ridiculousness is okay. I feel like is okay. Like I think he was trying to like try to justify it, like in the lesser of the three insane. Because Velvet Sky's over the top. Joe Galley is going to do a good job, but like
when she starts calling him Question Mac after the fucking crowd starts chanting it, I was like, I really haven't watched NWA in a couple weeks. I really hope she's gotten better, and she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. And that sucks because I respect the hell out of Velvet Sky for everything that she's done in wrestling, but this is just not a role for her. And while they still consistently put her out there is mind-boggling to me. She should be the one that's doing the interviews and not like the actual being relied on the talk throughout.
No, she shouldn't. Remember when she interviewed the Dirty Sexy Boys? Well, that was
how would I remember that?
Oh, when she was all fucking like hot and bothered about it.
Well, they're the Dirty Sexy Boys.
No, but she was like she wanted him in a three-way and all this shit. It was
Dude,
fucking.
I felt like
bad,
I should have been paying fucking 99 cents a minute to listen to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
$2.99 for the first minute.
I would put that both on the characters of Dango and JTG.
No, it was bad, dude. It was way off.
I remember it. The more we talk about it, I do remember it more. But that would be. Would you rather have her on commentary for an hour, or would you rather have her have one terrible interview?
No, I'd rather not have her at all. That's
those
option three.
that wasn't the option. I didn't have that option in that question, Tony.
I would have her on the interview table and have like have fucking what's his name, like just break through Aaron Stevens like he's running away from something, knock her over, and then she gets concussed and not come back.
Here's why
that's what I would do. I'd write her off.
Like May Valentine is doing whatever she's doing, and Roland Freeman, is that his name?
The little guy, yeah.
He interrupts her, and she's like,
"Oh, it was Ricky Steamboat."
No, the first time it was just him.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
you're
what
right.
are you doing? I'm doing a promo. I'm like, why does this bother me so much? You're not doing a promo. You're like, she's a promo. She's doing,
and it's so out of character for her. Like she's done that before. Like I don't get what they're trying to do with that shit. Let her just do the interviews and whatever. And she asks dumb questions too. Like she was talking to Tom Latimer, and she's like, "But you lost, so what are you gonna do?" And then poor Tom's like got to deal with this shit. And I like Tom Latimer, but this was also something else I didn't care for. He was like, "Well, I'm going to fight EC3, and then I'm going to go back after the 10 pounds of gold, May." Because
it started with the whole concept of Bully Ray not having any friends in NWA.
Yes.
And then he was like, "Well, he trained my girl." I actually didn't hate this because that seemed real to me. Like that seemed like it wasn't the most entertaining thing in the world. But I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but didn't hate it. He was just kind of just talking. And I like a Tom Latimer EC3 business. Give it to me.
Fair enough. So then we get Rolando Freeman coming out, interrupting Ricky Steamboat. Look, I love Ricky Steamboat. One of the greatest wrestlers of that era in the NWA. One of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, Randy Savage. he is not an interview, dude. Holy cow, this
Well,
was rough too. This was rough.
Get ready because he's coming back to the ring, baby.
Of course he is. Trevor Murdoch. Apparently this is going to be the thing now that Tyrus is going to be cashing in that TV title for that second shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Trevor Murdoch says, "Bring it on." Thank God people paid $50 to see these pay-per-views already, and they're not shelling out more money because I don't know, man. Electric Boogaloo for this match. I'm not a fan at all. Not a fan at all, dude. All right, now we're getting into the fucking balls to the walls of this shit.
Gag the Gimp.
This queen of the fucking bee or whatever the fuck this
Queen
was.
Bee,
dude. This was terrible.
Was this the sixth woman?
Yeah, this was fucking terrible, dude.
Tony, how do you not hate this more than tournaments? You're having six woman tag team matches, and then the winners face each other in a triple threat.
Fucking
and then
terrible.
I mean, the concept, I guess, is technically logically flawed, but logically flawed, but
it makes
sense. You want to win so you can get on to the next round. It's like Legends of the Hidden Temple or Guts or something like that. It's like,
and then it ends like Mims comes out. He gets his
you want to talk about the shitty fucking women's match?
No, I really don't. I'm fucking done with it, dude. I really don't care. My fucking brain hurts. My balls hurt. My fucking.
Bro, did you see Max the Impaler drop that girl on her fucking head?
Yes.
Then we got to see Max Impaler at Victory Road on Friday.
Dude, I fucking rewound it and watched it like 4 more times trying to see. And like, bro, like I could see if the girl didn't get up for it, but she fucking stumbled forward and fucking dropped her right on her fucking head, dude.
Oof.
Unfortunate.
Oof. And then they finished in a double no contest?
Yeah, no contest. And then Max just stomps on the crown and whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I just thought when Max stomped on the crown that they won.
No. It was
no.
Contest. The stupid thing with the question mark too.
I like that.
No, the match sucked. The thing at the end with the question mark too, it could be an interesting character. If it's fun like the original question mark, I'll give it a shot. But Rodney Mack being fucking question Mac and all the match that went into this shit, no, fuck that.
Don't blame the NWA. Blame Monrovia.
Why does Billy Corgan like fucking Tyrus so much?
Yeah, I don't understand this, dude. And Mims
just sucked a bag of dog shit.
Yeah. Mims is a star.
He's just as mad as fucking Dick to go in the House of Torture. Tyrus might be number 1 on the things I hate this week list.
He did have a nice exploder suplex. I'll give him that much.
Oh, fuck
that.
He
should. He's a wrestler.
The fucking heart punch blew.
He gets paid to do this, Tony. He should have a nice suplex.
Kevin's fucking delivery. But Kev, I mean, in the context of what we've gotten from Tyrus up to this point, that's saying something. It really is.
Fucking Tyrus.
I mean, it's not like Taz hitting an exploder, which is a thing of beauty, but it's fucking Taz. He drops people for a living.
I'm just saying.
Oh man, this was disappointing. I mean, I watched USA. I don't remember anything from it.
I didn't watch USA this week. Was Brian Myers on it?
I will tell you this. No, I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. I can tell you this much. The fucking US tag title belts, I'll say it again, they are the fucking drizzling shits. Holy cow, they're bad.
Matt.
Terrible belts.
Yo.
Can Tony just triggered something? Can we lead this into the top 5, then we can get back to wrestling talk?
No, let's do top 5 and go home. I'm fucking ready.
Perfect segue. It's a perfect segue, Matt.
We could do it.
Unless you have more you want to talk about.
No, you're good. Do it.
T-Donk. T-Donk mentioned championship belts that he thinks are the drizzling shit. Well, Tony, I wanted to save this for when you came back to the show. My top 5 is my top 5, and I'll coin your term, drizzling shit, current championship title belts. And these are all, and I'm going to, you know what? I'll wait a little bit, and I'll let you guys guess before I narrow it down to where we are. They're all shows that we cover, and they are the top 5, my opinion only, Just one guy's opinion. Drizzling shit looking championship belts. So I don't know who wants to go first. I don't know who wants to take a stab. Tony, I imagine you want to.
No, let Matt go first. I want to defer to Matt.
All right. Can I get the AEW All Atlantic Championship belt?
You cannot.
Oh, all
You
right.
cannot get that belt. I don't hate that belt.
And they're all, you said they're all current belts? No.
They're all current belts. They're all in circulation right now.
Okay. Are we talking like major promotions or are we
We're talking
stretching
about, I'll say this. They're all promotions that they're, see, I was hoping you would guess other companies, but I guess
Oh, no, yeah, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
they're shows that we cover every week.
I might as well go with the NWA US tag belts.
No, see, I didn't know those were a thing until 2 seconds ago. So,
Are you serious?
Yeah. So, no, I have not seen those yet. So I don't know.
Oh, that was a big match at the pay-per-view where the Fixers rule and they won.
No, then I probably saw them, but you'll understand why I didn't select them when the list is over.
All right. But my interest is piqued.
The WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Tony, you got a bell over there? There it is. Ring that bell. Number 5, currently held by Gunther. The WWE Intercontinental Championship, number 5. And this, it's hideous on its own right, but just when you go back in comparison, it's just brutal. Number 5, the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Good job, Matthew.
I want to take a look at this belt before I guess it. So let me just take a look because I kind of forgot what it looks like. Let me see if I can get an image real quick, and then I will tell you if that's what. You know what? I think you might be okay with that belt, but I'm going to guess it anyway. I'm going to say the Impact Digital Media Championship.
That's a great guess because I think that championship is really too small for the guys that have been holding it lately. I don't like the form at all. I did not think of that. So no, it is not on the list. But
it's just it's weird looking. It just looks like 5 golden blobs. Like there's like nothing to it.
And it looks like almost like kind of like the framing of it, like of the plate, is like kind of like those like old, like you ever see like those like bricks on like on top of like a wall on like your house?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't like that belt at all. And I think it's very thin. It's like it reminds me of the old Intercontinental Championship belt before like the original, like the ones that like it's just like an oval but like ridgy. So no, not on the list. But very good guess.
How about the Impact World Tag Titles?
No, I actually love those belts.
Okay.
There you go.
Actually, absolutely. Actually, I think those are the best belts that Impact has.
Huh.
You want me to give you the companies?
No. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. This is fun. I want to work with this yet. This is fun. How about the WWE Tag Team belts?
All right. So they were. If I didn't think of another one, they would have been on here.
Okay. I like this. I'm sort of getting in there, but I haven't hit anything on the target yet. But this is good. This is good.
The NXT North American Championship.
Again, there's worse ones. So good guess. I don't like that belt either. I don't like when. Oh, I'm not gonna tip my hand. But anyway.
How about the NWA National Championship?
Tony, ring that bell, baby. Hate this belt. NWA National Championship. It looks literally just like a belt buckle on the belt of the fattest man alive. So I hate it. And that's number 3.
All right. Number 3.
So you guys got 5 and 3.
Awesome.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
No, I actually like those. So no.
Trying to see if there's anything. This will be a shot in the dark because I know you're a traditionalist. I'm going to say the WWE United States Championship.
No, I love that belt.
Okay. I forgot that we may have talked about that, so my bad.
The AEW TBS Championship belt.
Nope. I will say this. There's not one AEW championship on this.
Whoa.
On this list.
Okay.
So despite what we talked about the flaws, I don't think their belts are a flaw at all.
Wow. This is getting tough. Nothing from the NWA. Nothing from the AEW. My bad. Do you like the NWA tag team titles?
I like them enough not to have them on this list.
Okay. I figured maybe because they're 70s, they're a little bit of a throwback. Maybe not your, not your flavor.
Again, there's only 5 that can make it.
No, I get it. I get it.
Would the New Japan Pro Wrestling King of Pro Wrestling Championship make the list, even though it's not a belt?
No, it would not make the list. And I will also go out on a limb, just like I did with AEW. There is not one New Japan championship on this list. I couldn't find one. I know everyone hates the Transformer championship. There's not one belt that I went through them all, and there's not one that I hate more than the ones that I hate that are on this list.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. How about the Wrestle Pro Silver Championship?
No, okay. No. These are all mean. These are like the ones that we would literally carve out time to talk. Like in notes, we would carve out time to talk about these championships. Like we would have segments on talking about their shows, other than just me recounting my time at an event. So there's no New Japan, there's no AEW, so that should probably cut it down. And I will say this: the Intercontinental Championship is the only WWE Championship on the belt on the list.
The Ring of Honor Pure Championship?
No, I don't hate that.
Wow.
And I've mentioned a couple of these before, by the way. Maybe one I've mentioned before how much I hate it.
This is interesting.
So there's nothing else from WWE.
Nothing from WWE.
And
nothing from New Japan.
And
nothing from AEW. And I mean, I'm not counting GCW. I'm not counting. I'm not counting any other Japanese promotion. I'm not counting, Revolver. I'm not counting any of these. I'm counting stuff that we consistently talk about on the show. If you want to if you want me to tell you the companies, I'll tell you the companies.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. The Impact Knockouts Championship.
No, Tony.
Whoa.
No, Tony. Not that.
Matt, that might have been a clue.
You might be a clue.
No, you're a clue. I said it first.
Is it
what's a clue with you?
Is it the X Division Championship?
It is not the X Division Championship. It is not the Impact Wrestling X Division Championship. God, I can't believe you guys haven't gotten some of these yet.
It wouldn't be the women's tag team championships, right? Because they're the same model of the fucking men's.
It would not be the women's tag team championship.
Dude, what are we missing?
You don't like the Impact World title?
Is that a guess?
The Impact World Championship.
Tony, ring that bell.
Wow.
The Impact Wrestling World Championship. There's no pop. There's no... If you see it on TV, you can look at as many Google pictures as you want, but if you look on TV and there's no shine to it, there's nothing there. The X Division Championship is better. All the other championships are better than that one, in my opinion. So the Impact World Championship, held by Josh Alexander, is number 4.
You know what? Kevin's onto something. I kind of agree with that.
The Digital Championship, despite its size, is better than that.
Wow.
Yeah. So you guys got number 5, Intercontinental Championship. 4, Impact World Championship. 3, NWA National Championship, and you're missing the top 2.
So no New Japan.
No New Japan.
No more WWE.
Nope.
No AEW.
No AEW.
The MLW World Championship?
Tony, get that bell ready.
Really?
And ring it 4 times. That big graham cracker looking piece of freaking shit. Freaking big square nonsense. Piece of garbage. MLW World Championship, Matt. That is number 1.
Well, there you go. Look at that.
Well, we're missing what? Number 2, right?
Number 2, baby.
I mean, I would guess it would probably make sense to go for another MLW title, no?
Do you want me to tell you?
No. I got a guess yet. I think you would like the open weight championship. I think.
Well, there's no New Japan on here.
No.
Oh no, okay,
no.
I got you.
MLW. I mean, the only title. I mean, the title. I really don't care for it. But I don't know if you'd name it. I'm gonna guess it anyway. The MLW Featherweight Women's Championship.
Negative.
Okay, fair enough.
The Mildred Burke.
Is that the NWA Women's Championship?
It is.
Matt, Tony, ring that bell. That is
God
number 2.
Damn,
That is the biggest piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life. And the only reason why it's not number 1 is because the MLW World Championship is a giant, it's a tarp it's a big graham cracker square tarp.
Now look, you know I'm a homer for the NWA. However, they could have taken that belt and done something so much better with it instead of just literally just copying the design like etch for etch. Dude, you know what I'm saying?
I can
like they could have done something special with it.
Like I can go to Toys R Us in 1989 and get that freaking decal WWF championship, and the decal could be peeling, and it would still be better than that belt. I understand the tradition of NWA.
I do find it interesting though. You went with that one as opposed to the NWA women's tag belts, which only have like a front plate.
And Tony, I haven't even seen those, to be honest with you. So this is going on. This is just going on what I went on a list that was already in my head.
Gotcha.
And then I did some like digging for other things that I may not have thought of. I did not think of those at all.
Well, if you get a chance, look them up. I mean, it doesn't have to be now, of course. They're somewhat of a gold version with some stones on them of the Burke, but there's no side plates. So they had like a great idea, but the execution was just kind of off with them. Had they put like cool side plates on them, they might have actually been like nice looking belts, but whatever. It's not my call. I talked to Billy about it and that's what he went with. So Kevin, awesome list. I love it.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, 100%.
Right in T-Donk's wheelhouse.
That's right. I had this list back in I think like July or August or something like that.
And Matt crushed it, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, Matt nailed it.
Matt fucking really killed that one.
Thank you. Thank you all so very much.
We love you, Matt.
Couple more of this and that's before we pull this train into the station. Next week, Black G's from the NWO joining us at 7:00. And we also have Down the Aisle next week. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a big show next week.
Another guy AEW don't do fuck all with. The Big Show.
Do you want to see the Big Show every week?
But I mean, what's he doing? Is he just hanging out backstage?
He's probably doing shit backstage.
I'm collecting a paycheck.
I'm pretty sure that's his
by
call.
myself.
It's got to be his call.
Mark Henry's the only guy that actually does something on TV, doesn't he? Go, it's time for the main event or some shit.
Yeah, it's his deal, bro.
Producers, baby.
Look, good on him. If I can collect a paycheck from Tony Khan for say one line a week, sign me up.
He probably does more than that.
Yeah, but nobody's. Well, at least Adam Page isn't listening.
Yeah.
So the WWE this past weekend has been playing Jefferson Starship's White Rabbit during breaks, and then tonight on Raw they showed a video where it said "Who killed the world?" and it's Hangman, like the game Hangman, and it said "You did," and then the date 9/23 flashed, so that would be Friday night SmackDown or 9/23 tonight. People think it's
Bray Wyatt.
People think it's Bray or Karrion Kross because his gimmick in Lucha Underground was the White Rabbit.
But wait, why would that be a big deal?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's already back, isn't he? Didn't he beat up Claymore a few weeks ago before some pay-per-view?
And Flanagan.
Claymore
and Flanagan.
Who's Flanagan?
Claymore and Flanagan, get it?
Raymore and Flanagan, furniture store.
So we're thinking it's you're thinking Bray Wyatt.
I just
well, it is 9/23. You want to put Raw on?
It is 9/23.
I mean, I'll hear about it on Twitter if something happens.
Well,
I did watch Raw last week and I absolutely loved it. I know we talked about that earlier, but just want to say that.
So I mean, he's trending. Bray Wyatt is trending on Twitter. So, is it? would you be excited to see Bray Wyatt come back to the WWE?
Sure, why not? Give him another bite of the apple. See if they could do something a little more interesting and a little more in depth with the gimmick, rather than just fucking like hiding and shit. You know, like I don't know. It's got potential. Why not? Look, they brought back Braun, they brought back Carrion, they brought back Dexter. I mean, they're bringing back a lot of the guys that either didn't get a shot or didn't get a fair shot. So
here's the thing, though, that you have to be careful with. Like I mentioned before, like, is it too much too soon? Are all these guys going to be painted under the same brush of coming back under the Triple H thing? Do you want to slow it down and roll to make it more organic, as opposed to just like every time someone comes back now, people are gonna like put it under that umbrella of Vince McMahon's no longer here. Let's do this now. Does it mean like it'll hurt the product? No, it'll make the product better. Other than maybe like I can't get over Braun Strowman being back. I don't see that as like a plus anymore for me. That's the only one out of the guys that they've brought back that I don't see as can move the needle. Bray, maybe, but it's all going to be under this umbrella, this weird time in wrestling where these guys just come back week after week and it's going to be bizarre.
But they're gonna be Triple H. Like Triple H needs to build a foundation, right? If this is his now, if this is truly his baby,
which I believe it is,
right? So, Nelly, it was only a matter of time. You got to get down.
That's actually a freaking record for her.
So he's gonna bring guys in that he probably, and he's not just bringing guys back to bring them back, right? He's gonna bring back guys that he has plans for.
Yep, makes sense.
Right? And Rome wasn't built in a day, and the Bray Wyatt character was super over in the WWE. And they just didn't know what to fucking do with him because they put him in so many terrible situations and did so much goofy shit that kind of ruined the character and made it into it was a joke. It was like it wasn't this fucking cool, creepy, weird character. It was this dumb thing that's gonna wrestle in a red cage that's gonna get fucking a toolbox dumped on him.
Interesting side note. Someone just posted on Facebook. They were showing Austin Theory in the locker room getting ready for his match against Kevin Owens, and there was a QR code like on the wall. Someone actually scanned it, and it takes you to a page titled "Come with Me," and it's got the "Feed Your Head Little Rabbit" on it. That's some fucking genius marketing and fucking promotion right there.
Well, wasn't there also like a rabbit in like Bray Wyatt stuff and like the Fiends thing?
Yeah, what was his name? Fucking Wascally Rabbit or whatever the fuck he was called.
Yeah, Hoppy McGee.
Yeah, they're playing the rabbit thing, like you said. They're showing the you did Hangman thing.
So wait, Matt. So what is Karrion Kross's White Rabbit?
That was his gimmick in Lucha Underground.
Okay. Do you think they would make that deep of a cut? Do you think Triple H would make that deep of a cut?
I don't know. Again, I have not been keeping up with the WWE.
There's no chance.
Right? So I don't know. So if you say he's already been back and he's attacked Claymore, I know they had him show up at the end of that SmackDown and do the TikTok with Roman, but I didn't know they've used him more after.
Yeah, he was at ringside at Clash at the Castle, I believe. I think he actually may have even gotten involved.
Yes, he sat. Okay, I remember seeing him sitting there. Yeah.
Okay, so you were right and you were wrong. So here's the thing. It flashed 9/23 as a date, and then it flashed over at 9/23 as a time. So my guess is Friday at 9/23 on SmackDown is going to be the reveal of the White Rabbit.
So 9/23.
Yeah, because it was flashing 9/23, like 9.23, and then 9:23.
All right, so that could because Karrion Kross is already on SmackDown, I guess. That could be, yeah, but that doesn't make any sense for what he's been doing with them. So I feel like it's got to be something else. Who knows? It may not be Bray. It could be something completely different.
Did Bray Wyatt have a rabbit part of the Firefly Funhouse?
Jesus Christ, Tony!
Did you guys just talk about that?
Yep. Literally 5 seconds.
Sorry, I was looking up this breaking news. My bad.
My busy.
It's been a long day.
My bunny. Bad Bunny. Maybe it's Bad Bunny.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Maybe the White Rabbit is Bad Bunny.
I guess we're just gonna have to watch Friday Night SmackDown to see, right?
That's right.
Cool. That's all I got. There's MLW spoilers are out there. They had their show Saturday night in Georgia, I think. So if you want to check that out. Have you guys been following this crazy before we pull this train in this station? This weird EC3 Velveteen Dream thing?
I have.
Oh, he was taking pictures or videos of penises, leaving cameras around.
Yeah, and the Dreamster went back at him.
He was like, "We're not even friends. You just think you don't know my sexuality, so you assume I would do something like that."
Yeah. I don't. Weird.
It's fucking crazy, wild stuff.
It is.
Is it an angle to control your narrative?
Do you think? Oh, mama.
I just thought about that because it just seems like
that thought didn't. There's no chance because I mean it's EC3, so who the fuck knows?
Right, and Velveteen Dream's been gone and quiet for so fucking long.
Yeah, but that's a weird, even for wrestling, that's a weird thing to parlay a story off of.
It's fucking this control your narrative thing. Like they're both controlling their narratives, right?
Yeah, but based on like what he did and what he was accused of doing even before that, I don't think so, man.
I mean, it's fucking pro wrestling. You never fucking know, man.
Listen, like, I don't want to compare the two because, like, everyone like got up in arms over that picture of Marty Scurll with all these guys like training, and like everyone like flipped their lids, and rightfully so. But like, yeah, God, this is gonna sound so terrible. But like, no, I'm not even gonna say it. But like, you can't compare what Dream was accused of to what Scurll was accused of. I don't think. Maybe you can. Right? Is that fair?
No, I think you make a fair point. I think you make a fair point completely.
Like, and now the fact that there's no chance that Dream is in this. No chance.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that.
That's like we talk about the rabbit leap.
Why would you
look, I'm not saying it's the thing. I'm just throwing it out there to see.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Oh, okay.
No, I don't fucking think. I could give a shit less.
Yeah.
I fucking can't. I think EC3 is the most fucking boring wrestler on TV.
He really is. It's a shame.
And I was never into the fucking Velveteen Dream character, so I could care less.
Hated it too. Wasn't a fan of Velveteen Dream. People love that shit. I was like, I don't get it.
Didn't get it. Because people saw that he had talent, and it just, and he loved wrestling, but like then real life, and if you want to be a weirdo in real life, just like if you want to be Marty and do weird and questionable, essentially something that would be illegal here, but wasn't there.
It wasn't here.
That Velveteen Dream gimmick. All I think about is fucking Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly on the fucking Jericho Cruise doing the fucking Spider Lady with all that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, Priscilla Kelly's fucking got that badonkadonks on.
Yeah, dude. She been fucking hitting the Tony Storm diet. Holy Christ, dude.
Yeah.
As for Dizzies.
Yeah, buddy. Holy guacamoles.
You think she suggested Triple H the tampon spot again, or is that kind of retired?
I think she's past that. I think she's in this toxic attraction, and I think that's those are days that she's gonna relive. If she ever ends up on the indie scene again, she'll relive.
She'll do it. I agree with that.
I wonder what Fish is up to. What was her opponent's name? No, Tuna. What was her name? The opponent. Was it like Tuna?
I think her name was Tuna.
I wonder what she's up to these days.
I think Aunt Money is like friends with her, or his cousin is friends with her or something.
Tuna.
Watch. She's somebody innocuous, like we don't know who she is, but she's like in developmental or something. Like, hey, you know her, right? She used to be Tuna. You could be like, what? Watch it happen. It's gonna happen. You'll see.
Or you will see.
That's it.
Anything else you guys want to talk about before we go home?
Nah, I mean, quick hit on Impact. You had the Good Brothers and the Motor City Machine Guns for the first time ever. Dope ass match. And now we're gonna have the Aussie Open and Motor City Machine Guns next week.
That's
sick. Forward to that. Kind of playing into my whole thing about the Forbidden Door. Victory Road is this Friday at 9/23, I believe. Could have the date wrong. I'm pretty sure it is. Dude, there's a lot of evil women in Impact, man. A lot of evil. Well, yeah, you got Killer Kelly. You have Masha Slamovich. And then you have Masha, who picked Jordan Grace's handpicked opponent
Zicky
for
Dice.
Victory Road, which is Max the Impaler.
Oh,
So you got like a whole bunch of, and you have Rosemary floating around. It's a lot of weird, crazy chicks in Impact Wrestling. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on the Good Brothers and the Motor City Machine Guns. Looks like the Good Brothers might be done there for the time being. So,
and I know didn't our good friend Joe Hendry, isn't he an Impact?
dude, I'm so glad you brought that up. His videos have been hysterical, like they always have been. Like there was like a video of like someone in like a hospital bed, and then like they were all like sad, and all of a sudden Joe Henry's music hits.
I believe in Joe Henry.
Like wave your hands side to side, like I believe in Joe. And I forgot about the whole run that he had there with Grado. I believe it was him and Grado together in TNA like a while ago. And it's like that coming back is just awesome.
Dude, I remember that shit. That shit was so much fun. So much fun.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Former guest of the show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Along with Austin Theory.
Yes, of course.
Negative.
Oh, no, sorry.
Well, I will be at Grand Slam on Wednesday. So if you see me, say what's up. If you're wearing a CM Punk shirt, I'm going to fucking scream at you because I'm a psychopath. And big show next week, Black Cheese, Down the Aisle, always one of our favorites. And of course, we're going to cover all the wrestling news and scoops of the week.
I love it. That's what we do, baby.
Like, rate, review, subscribe, all that good shit.
Oh, yeah. So
Buy a shirt. Christmas is coming 3 months away. Get it now while the getting's good. Yeah.
All right,
All right,
well,
boys.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. I don't know what else to say.
No, nothing. We say nothing. We end the show here right now.
I mean, you could
Goodbye,
sit here.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Don't forget, next week we're gonna find out what's happening in October. For Can You Beat That?
Fuck
pressed it.
you.
Fuck
No,
me.
you didn't press it. You didn't press anything yet. We're still done.
Hey,
Can you beat that shit?
can you beat my meat?
Beat my balls.
Beat my balls.com.
Hit the fucking button.
Horse balls.
Who hit it?
Nobody yet, I guess.
Oh.
Turkey assholes are delicious. That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't even
Mayonnaise.
know.
Mayonnaise.